Hello, everybody! Okay, so instead of going for a break, we decided to go for quite a long break and split this game into two parts, like we did with Reunion, and now we're all back and have more energy. So I think this was a good idea, frankly. And to start off, let's just do the usual. So please, one by one, down the list, if you can introduce yourself and your character, please.
Hello. I am Owl, and I play Shorts Kid. And Shorts Kid is a wizard, and also 8, almost 9 years old. And they're having a good ass time in this game. So I hope everything goes all right and nobody gets stabbed.
Also, just remind us, what is your fantastic character dressed up as? Because it is Halloween.
A ninja.
Awesome.
Halloween Day 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Hi everybody, I'm Snailian. I hope you don't get tired of this gag because I'm going to do it every single time. I am possessing the form of Snail and using their voice. Don't worry, this is consensual. Don't worry, we talked about this with like the victim thing that hasn't been released yet. It's all right. I am currently wearing, well, I'm kind of wearing two costumes because, like, I couldn't decide. Like, there's the classic ghost, which is good for the first time that you ever have your Halloween. But, like, also, I'm an alien, so I could be an alien. So what I did is I put an alien mask on over my ghost costume.
It is brilliance. Brilliance itself, and every child would do this.
Absolutely.
No, we would.
Make a little mask.
Alright, hi, I'm Kai. I'm playing Charlie, who is a worn cat bard, currently dressed as a pirate. And he's fine at the moment, he's fine. Absolutely not panicking, absolutely not terrified out of his wits. He's fine, don't worry.
Everything is good. Also, Yuni, you have got a lot of background noise there. You good, bud?
I have no idea what the background noise is. I just noticed that like my thing is lighting up and I have no idea what's causing it.
Cock's gone, Discord's sorted. Anyway, please introduce yourself.
As mentioned, hi, I'm Yuni. I'm playing Larry Samuel, who he's wearing a horse mask because sure, why not?
And we love him for it.
Mm-hmm.
He looks
And
really good.
he's got something jumping out at him, so he's about to smack it over the head.
Sure is. And just to refresh our memories, because this is a sort of last time on Toonkind DnD, everybody went and roasted the hell out of Dora, which was brilliant, and she deserved every inch of it. Please don't take my sobbing in that one part as any sympathy for her. She deserves everything she gets. And then they went on a fun little railway road trip kind of thing, and now they've ended up in an abandoned, really kind of endearingly shitty town, let's put it that way, and are in a place called Teddy Tazbear's. And hey, guess who's here to welcome you? It's Teddy himself! So, yeah, when we left, he was singing, and I'll sing it again, because y'all love my voice so much, I'm sure, at this point.
We do.
Honestly.
I don't know
I know
why
you said that
you're saying that like it's a question. We do.
But you certainly hear a lot of it. Okay, and here's singing. Welcome to Teddy Tazbear's, no matter what your age. We're here to keep you smiling from up here on this stage. And if you think we're scary, well, just give us a chance. 'Cause we were made for just one thing, and that's to sing and dance. But fortunately, guess who's first in initiative? It's Larry, everybody! Larry! Woo!
Ooh.
Anyway,
All
you are
right.
face to face with a large animatronic bear. This bear is actually a bit taller than Larry, especially if you count the hat.
Well, I think there's only one reasonable thing for Larry to do, and that's to hit him with a banjo.
Yeah, baby! Roll to hit. That's a 14. I have bad news for you, my friend.
Oh,
These
higher
animatronics...
AC than 14.
Oh. What? What am I mean, sorry? Is that not a 14? I'm seeing a 14.
No, I'm just saying that the animatronic has a higher AC than 14. Good to know.
It does.
Okay.
It does. And the paws of this animatronic reach out and catch your banjo on the flats of them, and he says, "Hey, now that's not very friendly." However, you are a barbarian.
I am a barbarian.
You are a barbarian.
A barbarian.
And Larry will be like, I'm not known for my personability, and he will drop the banjo and switch to his ukulele to bash.
Nobody expects a surprise ukulele attack.
Right.
A
Does a 26 hit?
You know what?
Holy shit.
That surprise ukulele attack really does take this bear by surprise. You wonk it good. Please roll for damage. Ukulele-based damage. I love Toonkind.
Holy shit.
Wonk.
Oh
Oy,
boy.
oy, oy. 6.
6 damage.
Now, can you please tell me what kind of damage that is?
He had the radiant damage on the banjo, so I think that it is just straight bludgeoning damage.
So, the good news is you hit him and you hit him good, but it goes kabonk, and you think that didn't do a lot, and that is because I'm afraid these animatronics do have metal shells, and I will just tell you for free right now, they are resistant to physical damage, so it only takes 3, I'm afraid.
Fair and good information to know.
Yep. However, it was very damn funny, so, like, you have that. We're opening out strong.
Alright, yeah, is my go now, or have you got anything else you need to do, Uni?
I
Bonus
think
actions, nothing.
I'm gonna wait to see if this thing actually attacks before trying to rage. So yeah, that's it for me right now.
Fair enough, but I have a feeling that the answer will not surprise you. Charlie, you go. You are basically. I'm imagining that Larry is next to this left-hand door where the bear just came in. Angie is on the right, and you 3 are in the middle of this office. So you have carte blanche.
Charlie is, as we were leaving off last time, Charlie is very much making sure that both Snailian and Short's kid are kind of staying in the center with him because he has been tasked to look after the children, and so he will. Can I ask what side there seems to be more animatronics in a small area, if there is any kind of like that?
Well, now this isn't. You do. You have cameras and monitors that you can look at, and I will say that using those is not an action because I'm not evil. You can just look at them, basically. But I think, just to make it fair, I will say that's a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah. So you do have that as an option. However, as well as this bear, which is, there's clearly a problem over there. But when this song started, you also heard la, la, is kind of a chorus happening, and you can hear like 3 annoying voices from around you. You think they're like in the office, but you have not found these things. And I will say you will have to find the Fuzzies who are in this office with you because your investigations and perception rolls were not good enough in the office to find them ahead of time.
Oh dear. Okay, no, I think, well, no, wait, how high was Snailians? I can't remember.
Snailians was really good, but that basically gave you all the essential data in the desk, which was the most important thing. I couldn't give all of it.
Fair.
I was like,
okay.
I wanted to. Trust me, I wanted to.
No, it's okay. No, I think in that case, yeah, Charlie can hear that kind of stuff going on. Problem is, he doesn't know where the enemy is, so he doesn't know what to attack. So he's just kind of gonna, like, again, keep close to Short's kid and Snailing for a second. Like, all right, you guys reckon you've got that?
Got the desk?
Just whatever's singing at us, because I don't trust it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Totally.
All right, yeah, Charlie, in that case, Charlie is going to quickly duck over a little bit closer to where Larry is so he can see out the door properly, and he's going to cast Shatter, which is going to be, each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point like center that where I get to choose. I'm making sure Larry is not in that 10-foot sphere, but Teddy is.
Are you sure?
Please
Because
make
like, I mean, like, is this possible? I'm just looking at the map. Like, you're in this office, and there's like the whole.
Oh, no. It's not centered on me. It's on a point of my choosing.
Oh, is it? Oh, fine. Okay, yeah, fine. You can totally do that. That's good.
Yeah,
Just
can
checking.
can
Fine.
everything within that 10-foot radius sphere please make a Constitution saving throw?
I can. Let me just check what my con is. Oh, it is a +3, so let's hope I roll badly, because it's just Teddy at the moment. A 21. Oh, Teddy, why?
I'm going to use a luck point and
Yes.
enforce disadvantage
Good.
on that.
Good choice, my friend.
So that's 2 luck.
Bugger.
What story is this?
I mean, I guess it's like this is his place. This is his diner. Teddy is a pretty hearty guy. And he
God.
chuckles in a sort of disgusting semblance of a parental jolliness, in a sort of, that tickles.
Well, he's still taking 3d8, or half of 3, so please still take 7 thunder damage.
I'm not gonna take 7 thunder damage. I'm gonna take 14. It's a robot!
Also, I actually just realized I didn't need to use a luck point there because a creature made of inorganic material, such as metal, has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oh, great! Oh, super. Okay. Fine.
So I still have 2 luck points left.
That's
Cool.
great. No, you still have 3 luck points, because that didn't count.
No, 2, because I used one earlier. I used one last session. I can't remember on
Did
what,
you?
but I know I used one.
Well, you're very honest, because I can't remember, but I'll trust you to that. Okay, so, well done, because, yes, not only have you immediately discovered the big resistance that these animatronics have, you discovered one of their weaknesses, which is thunder.
Well, that worked a bit more effectively than I thought it would. Reckon you got the rest? Reckon you got the rest, legs? Sorry, that's
Yeah, I got it covered.
Fantastic. And Charlie will retreat back into the center of the room again. Now he's kind of like, he doesn't want to get too close, and he has kids to look after. And that's the end of Charlie's go, seeing as his bonus action got taken at looking at the cameras.
A very good move, excellent tactics all around. Unfortunately, you guys know who is next. It is Teddy! And here's the problem, because again, like, this is the main guy, this is the main character. This is a character that has multi-attack. The bear can make 2 attacks. Okay, so I'm afraid, Larry, you are the one in range. So the first thing that this bear is going to do, because its paws were kind of occupied with your banjo, that leaves a part of it free to attack you, and it is going to try and bite you. 12 ain't going to do it, though. Do you want to describe why it does not succeed in biting you?
Yes, it tries to bite the horse mask.
That's amazing! And it just clamps down on the very end of this horse's muzzle, and it goes flank, and it's... Oh, that's got to be drawn by someone. That's really funny. Oh, God.
That's great.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Really shouldn't bite people.
But how else am I supposed to eat them? And it's going to attack again, this time with the claws, however. Oh dear,
I
that's
don't think you get that eating people
That
is bad.
will hit.
That's a 25. Yeah, that will definitely hit. So let's just zip over to my many character attacking sheets. Okay, so I'm afraid you do take 2d6 plus 5 slashing damage.
Nice.
Yeah, tasty, huh? 10. You take 10. You get 1 and 2 right across you. And ouch. Yeah. Woo-hoo. That's gonna sting in the morning.
I've had worse.
I'm sure you have. But I still gotta make it sound good. Yep, that was Teddy's go. Yeah, that's preceding another group of fun little people. It's the Fuzzies!
Yay.
It's the Fuzzies. The good news is, even though there are a few of them, I can't really tell you how many there are without cheating, although I might have already said it by accident. But you hear the little chorus of these voices, which, you know, some people might think it's kind of endearing, I guess, but mostly it's just creepy. And they sing, and it's kind of weirdly discordant, and Oh, that is doing something weird to your head. Please, everybody, make a con saving throw.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna wait to do the engineer after all of you have gone.
Good.
Hey!
Woo!
Nice. We're doing good here.
Yeah, you are.
Shh! Never
Sorry,
say it
I'm just
loud.
jinxed it. I'm sorry.
I mean, like, you are doing good. Basically, you had to make a 14, and I have to do the engineer.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm so
yeah, he's
sorry,
toasty.
Larry.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Ain't no issue. I'm afraid, Larry, though, this is just too much for your deadpan straight man brain to handle. It's so annoying. And I'm afraid you take a d6. It is only a 1d6 of psychic damage. One
damage.
That's 1 damage. However, I'm afraid you are at disadvantage on your next attack, but only for 1 attack. So, like, if you do take 2 attacks, like, the next one won't be a disadvantage, but you have 1 disadvantage.
Good to know.
Sorry, my dude. Okay, that was the Fuzzies' go. Shorts Kid, it's your go. You are in an office with unseen hidden little things that are making a noise. Ugh.
Okay, let's think about this. Let's be logical and also inhabit the brain space of a 9-year-old who's pissed that their friend just got beat up.
Go with your gut. I mean,
Thinking.
do the child thing. Like, you know, just do what Shorts Kid would do.
I know, that's why I'm thinking, and Shorts Kid's first instinct is to just be like, you know, I was gonna reason with you and be nice because you guys were trapped in the dark for a long time and they left you all alone and you didn't have anyone to talk to, but you hurt Larry, and I love Larry, and I'm gonna peck you up.
Oh no, that's very bad language. And the bear is now looking at you, which is a bit frightening.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was my language a little salty? I'll say it in a more couth way. I'm going to fuck you up.
Charlie holds up a hand for a high five, just so you know.
Shorts Kid high fives, and then summons Melf's minute meteors.
Your father is incredibly proud of you. Yes, please do that. And I assume you're going to use some of these teeny weeny meteors, or does that take, like, your whole action? I can't remember how that spell goes.
No, you can summon it and then shoot off 2 of them, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it says you can, as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, you can expend... No, wait, I have to summon them, so, I guess I am summoning tiny meteors.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Various things in the office catch on fire and float up caught in star stuff flame.
Yep, you have, like, an amalgamation of a stapler and a hole punch and, like, office supplies that have welded and melded together into these tiny, furious little meteors. And also, you delivered some pretty good lines, and the engineer thinks you're the best child. I mean, apart from all his other children, like, you know, you're all equally amazing, but that was great. So is there anything else you want to do? Can you do anything else? I can't remember.
And by the way, I think the rabbit is cooler.
Oh! I mean, I wish... Oh god, I've just inhaled something. Hang on. Sorry, you made me laugh so much I inhaled spit. I wish these characters could be like, you know, they're immune to things like charm and fear. In which case, you know, like, if they were susceptible to that, I'd be making a sort of whiz save to see how pissed this bear is, but they have. And this is why the engineer does not like animatronics, because, you know, Willow has a soul. Taffy has a soul. These animatronics do not have souls. They are just empty. They are very creepy. I dislike these things. Anyway, okay, so do you have anything else you want to do at all? Like movement or anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay, that's great. It is now the engineer's turn. And he's in a difficult position because he's stationed at the other door. And on the one hand, like, he has noticed that Larry has taken a sizable whump there. Ouch. On the other, he has to maintain his position because, like, there were other animatronics there. So, like, yeah, he's actually, I think... Bugger, like, what does he actually do? This is difficult. This is actually, like, really difficult, because I don't want to hold his action, because then I'll have to move him in the order, and that's really fucking complicated, and it's already complicated. If I was playing, I would do that, but I'm the DM, and I've got a headache already. Oh, boy.
We could just redo the initiative order for you.
No, it's fine. He's going to hold his action. He's going to hold his action until something appears around the corner and then, like, beat the shit out of it, basically. So, yeah, he's on guard. He's on guard, so we skip to Snailian. Snailian, what do you want to do?
Snailian has a spell that they're going to use. They have several spells, but this one... Well, they like to do spells that you wouldn't typically see as, like, big and great, but ever since they gave Larry that protection from evil and good all the way back on the taffy train, they've just started, like, having a fondness for, keeping up spells, prepared that you wouldn't think were the best. Which means they have detect evil and good.
That's an amazing spell. Don't diss that spell. It's awesome.
I'm not dissing the spell. I'm just saying that I haven't seen it used a lot. That's all I'm saying.
It is a very good spell.
So within 30 feet of them, and right now they are still, I'm going to say, on the desk. So they're right in the middle of the camera room. Within 30 feet of them, they can tell if there's an aberrant, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or, most importantly, undead, as well as where the creature is located. So let me ask you a question, Maud. Snailian casts this. Does she get anything?
I am going to be incredibly nice to you, and I do have a reason for this. You don't get a read on Teddy at all, and as a consequence of this, you can deduce that you are also not getting a read on the other two large animatronics. However, Fuzzies are the worst! Fuzzies are just the worst! And I think there is some sort of, like, necrotic noodling that is in the making of these tiny little shitballs. So I'm gonna give it to you. I am going to say that, I mean, like, yeah, the thing that they just did, they sang, and that was basically a spell. So I'm gonna give you this to you. I'm just being nice. Okay, so from that, you get a sort of, it's not like the worst. It's not like deep evil. But you do get a red-ish glow, and one of them is in an air vent that is sort of above the desk and to the right. One of them is underneath the desk. It was like, it's just fucking there, and it's just there. And there is another one in the bottommost drawer of a filing cabinet behind, like, where the desk chair would be. It's like on the south side of the room. So you have located all of them. Congratulations.
Alright, for the rest of Snailian's turn, they don't really have a bonus action. All they're gonna do is they're gonna focus very hard on not distracting Larry, who's currently being attacked, and NG, who is vibrating with not attacking the bear because he really has to guard his station.
Yep, true.
She's going to tell Charlie and Shorts Kid exactly where she's seeing the aura, and she's going to suggest that probably Shorts Kid gets the one in the vents, Charlie gets the one in the filing cabinet, and she'll go down on the one beneath the desk if they can only attack one per round.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you basically do, I'm afraid.
Absolutely.
They're
so
a pain in the butt.
That's her turn, but Fuzzies have been located.
They have. This does not mean they're not going to be a problem. But well done.
No.
That was
Of course not.
that was an excellent turn. Again, do you want to do anything with your movement? Because you could, like, move to where one of them was, but, like, you can do that in the next turn. So yeah.
she's gonna take out her rapier and jump down on the one beneath the desk for her attack. So she's currently still waiting, still being in the set. Actually, I do want to use my bonus action. Can I see anything new on the cameras?
You can. I'm afraid because this did happen on the previous. There's one pedestal that is more empty than it used to be. Benji seems to have gone for a walk, and you can see a blur. Like it's like the footage can't agree with what it's recording, but it is in the right corridor. There is a pink blur.
Okay. Dad?
Yes?
Eyes up!
Alright, got it. And thanks for that, head up, as he was on guard, and around the corner comes, at full speed, this rather beatnik-looking rabbit. And do I sing this round, or do I save it to the next one? Oh, we'll do it this round. Let's get it out of the way. Okay, and in impending rabbit comes, and I really apologise to everybody from Liverpool, because it sings, "Welcome to Teddy Tazbears, it's time for us to play. We'll have such fun together, we're certain that you'll stay. Best friends with us forever, and everyone will say they must be happy there, cause they were never seen again." And it was about to, axe chop at the engineer's head, but the engineer is several steps ahead of this rabbit, so out comes the sword. The really cool sword that I don't use enough, frankly. And, yeah.
I also want to comment, I see what you did there with Axe Chop.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm here all week.
Say the thing! Angie, say the thing!
What? What? Peck? Or what am I supposed to say? Was there a cool line I was supposed to say? I'm just...
No, it was peck, so that you could have the sword!
Oh, right.
You've got to activate the sword.
It's true. It's like... I'm sorry, I always forget. That's the thing that I fail the most at with this engineer is actually swearing. And fortunately, this rabbit's AC is not as beefy as Teddy, so both of those hit, which is wonderful. Okay, so yeah, he just says, "Pick off." It's just like, God, you're annoying. And he is going to use, because Charlie, you demonstrated very well that thunder damage is helpful. He's going to use a booming blade on the first one. Yikes! Although the physical damage of that is halved, so it's not actually as exciting as that looks. God, I've got to do maths. And actually, okay, yeah, this rabbit is looking really unhealthy. Okay, so even though, half of 19 is, what? 9, probably? Yeah, let's give it 9.
Yeah, you go with 9.
Okay, even so, slash, bang, wallop. Whoa, okay, so, that tactic of waiting for the rabbit seems to have paid off pretty good. I'm not sure if I was supposed to have advantage. I didn't need it. Let's just take this. That rabbit is looking pretty scorched. In fact, basically all of that really nasty, cheap fur has been burnt off, and the nice floppy haircut, it's gone. It's just fucking gone. It is now Benji's turn. And yeah, Benji looks a little
still cooler
unhappy.
than the bear.
Why, thank you, little missy. And that's nice, but this rabbit is about to try and mutilate your father. So
Yeah, you're welcome. Please don't kill my dad.
oh no, can do. And here comes the guitar. And it doesn't succeed. Your father is still on guard and manages to parry it away with a great big clang. It's an electric guitar, all the strings just got a grip. He's lost the G string. Air on a G string. It has broken. And Ben...
Swing and a whiff.
Swing and a whiff. Well, it wasn't a whiff, but the bunny looks disappointed, if an animatronic with half of its face missing can. And Bunny Benji does not have multi-attack, so that's all that they can do. And guess what? It's Cheery! Oh, good. It's Cheery Chicken, and the chicken is going to... Oh, the chicken is still on stage. Chicken is still on stage, y'all. Good. We go to the next person. It's Larry.
All right. Larry is going to go into a rage.
Nice. Good choice. Good choice.
And a thing to note is that because Teddy attacked with his claws, that presumably means he dropped Larry's banjo.
Yeah. That
which
is
means Larry is snatching that pecker up again.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Yeah, and he is going to scream, I don't care about your songs!
Cool.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that...
Give him the banjo!
Get him the banjo. And with an 18, you certainly do. That hits.
Cool.
Painfully!
Mhm.
Let's see.
Oh, this game is
That
fun.
wasn't what I meant to click.
I love you people, by the way.
I love you.
Oh. So much love in this Five Nights
I've
at
made
Freddy's
it my
bootleg tonight.
personal mission every single time that Larry is ready to smack something and Shorts Kid is there. I'm going to shout, give him the insert here.
Oh, thank you, Audio. He does have disadvantage on this attack.
Oh, I'd already
You are
forgotten.
correct.
Thank you, audience. Thank you, audience, for doing my job for me.
Oh, well.
Well, okay then.
Okay.
You know what? I think you're good. That was a
Can we
20.
say that he doesn't get disadvantage because he's so cheered on by Shorts Kid yelling, give the bear the banjo?
In fact, yeah, it looks like, you had a double take, but in fact you were just spinning it because you're fucking cool, and then you bring it down.
So for the first attack, actually, no wait, it's how much damage is that? 13 damage
Nice.
to this pecker, and that is radiant damage.
Wabonk! Excellent. Yep, that's very good.
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
Oh no, wait.
No.
Wait, no, that's bludgeoning damage, so it will be halved. But
Okay, but
then he takes 6 plus 3 radiant damage.
that sounds more like what I was
There
expecting.
we go.
Okay.
That's the one.
That's still very good then. That's still very good. Okay, I've just got to do a wee bit of maths, and we're good. That was very, very tasty. Excellent flavour, and fantastic stuff. And you're still wearing the horse mask. I just love this. I love this.
It's got some like teeth marks in it, but Then Larry whirls around the banjo and conks it right into this creepy robot's stomach.
Yeah, that actually gets like a big bass drum sound, like a boom. Oh, if it hits. Oh, it does. There we go.
Yay.
Oh, phew, thank goodness I didn't jinx it. Yep.
Just ecstatic 9-year-old cheering.
Yeah. There is a self-satisfied
Alien fist bump.
Yeah. There is a self-satisfied grin on the engineer's face, but he is maintaining his own position. But yeah, Larry, you're the coolest. Okay, so that's bludgeoning, and then do you do more radiant damage?
No, radiant is only the first hit that lands each turn.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that plus another. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. I mean, he's a chunky boy. He's a chunky lad. So it's still got a ways to go. But you're definitely making an impact. And literally, there's a sort of concave space on the bear's belly, which is he's got a.
God damn it! I forgot again. I forgot to add the extra +2. So put on.
For
one
raging.
more point of damage.
Yeah, for raging.
Yes.
Okay.
For raging.
There we go. Great. Okay, super. Thank you very much. And I was going to say something witty and I can't remember what it was. Oh, he's got an innie instead of an outie now. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Charlie.
The idea that there was a So I'm just kind of mildly disturbed by the fact that there was a carefully sculpted belly button on this weird animatronic bear.
Yeah, they're
Kinda
gross.
terrifying.
No, they're really gross. Did I not establish that? These guys are weird. Nah, don't like them.
Maybe it's like an actual button.
Could be. That would actually make a lot of sense. Oh, I know. It's like a
Don't
screw.
like it either way.
It's like a screw, you know, like with the crosshead. That's what it was anyway. Okay, Charlie, please take us out of this descriptive nightmare.
Yeah, no, Charlie's gonna go after the Fuzzy that Snailian pointed after with his sword, so that's just gonna be a normal boring attack with his rapier, which is a d20, plus I looked at it 3 times and then keep forgetting what the fucking attack bonus is. That's a 26.
It's a 26. I think you hit it, especially because they're static. Yeah, you're fine. Which one were you attacking again? Like where?
Oh,
Filing
God.
cabinet.
Yeah, okay.
Filing cabinet. Okay.
Fuck. D8 plus... Wait. 1d8 plus 4. That'll be 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Oh dear, this comes with good and bad news. So you open this cabinet in the exact right place and you just see this thing looking up at you and it says, "Wow, hello," and you bring the point of your sword just down on it, right in the middle. Please make a dex save.
Oh, fuck.
Please make a dex save. I mean, like, please make the dex save.
Yeah, no, please, 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 please. That's an 11.
Nope.
Oof.
Nope. Ain't gonna do it. You remember that blue water from before?
No.
Yeah. Spurt. So the good news is the Furby, I mean not the Furby, the Fuzzy is 100% dead. However, you get a gush of this concentrated blue paint on you, and you feel that sensation, and basically part of your face, both of your hands that were on this sword that plunged down above it have seized up, and you are going to be at disadvantage for any dexterity saves, any attacks, until someone cleans you off with water, and you're going to need help with that because your hands were affected. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Charlie's having a great time right now.
Mhm.
That's the end. I was gonna do, bardic inspiration on one of the other two, but nope, he's panicking. So sorry.
It's okay. I will also just remind you, as a whisper in your shell pink ear, you do remember you have another very unique weapon, so just keep that one in mind. Just keep that in mind.
Yes, I think now that Charlie has learned a lesson, yes.
It was a very beautiful lesson and dramatic, so thank you for being the victim. Okay, are you finished being the victim? Is it Teddy's go? I can't remember.
Yep, I'm done.
Great. Larry! It's your big old buddy. And Teddy says, "Oh, that's not very nice. Give me a hug." And is going to try to give you a hug. Please make a dex save.
Cool, I get advantage on those.
You do.
Let's see.
Please do better the next time. Okay, yeah.
There we go.
The
That's
nat
a
20. Nat 20 will do it. You want to describe how you evade the bear hug?
So I imagine the bear sort of lunges forward, arms open, and Larry just like hops pretty much like straight up in the air, like just water just whoosh and completely then it like hops over and then like does a cool awkward flip back. It's awkward because it's very cramped in this space, but it somehow manages to look cool because that's a nat 20 and he gets to look cool.
Yeah. It's cool, but in that sort of cartoonish, oh wait, there's a ceiling here, sort of a way.
Yes.
Sweet flips.
And he says, "Personal space, buddy."
Okay, well, the good news is you've avoided that attack. The bad news is because you kind of did, there's like, where are you? Like, did you come back down and land in front of it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because otherwise, Teddy would be making a rush at the people inside the room.
No. Larry is absolutely holding his guard.
Very good. Okay, so the bear, like, has hugged nothing, and it looks like it's, like, gonna fall over, but in fact it, like, takes a step. You're not sure if it was, like, this attack was on purpose or not, but basically it's trying to headbutt you. I am going to roll to attack. And I'm gonna beg that. No!
Oh, that's not going to hit.
I mean, I can kind of see, like, Larry tripping the bear, and the bear just kind of stumbles and ineffectually crashes into the office chair. So, yep, it wasn't a crit fail, so I won't make it prone, which is tempting, really tempting, but I won't. Okay, that's Teddy's go. Now it is the remaining 2 Fuzzies. One of them explodified, and that was surprisingly effective. I'm very sorry, Charlie.
It's fine. He's fine.
There are, however, 2 of these left, and they see the carnage of their brethren, and they scream. They scream very, very loudly. And again, I need you all to make a Constitution save.
Now that Larry is raging, he gets advantage on that as well.
Oh dear, Charlie. Oh, you're not having a good time.
I mean, makes sense considering the state he's in.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, whoa. I mean...
Shorts kid, are you okay with that nat 1?
No, they're not. Okay.
Owie.
Snailian and the engineer are okay. And Charlie...
I double checked it. I'm like, no, wait, it's only strength saving throws that I get advantage on, but that's fine.
Yeah.
16 is okay.
Yeah, you made it. It had to be above 15. So everyone who did that, you're okay. But man, that was a horrible noise. And you do have like a little bit of a ringing in your ears, which is nothing compared to poor Charlie and Shorts Kid. You are deaf. And you will be for... I mean, Charlie, you're going to be deaf for 1 round. You can just hear like... that sort of horrible tinnitus noise.
Sound.
Shorts Kid, because you rolled a nat 1, you're going to be deaf for 2 rounds, so you can't hear shit.
Snail, I am going to stab you with my knitting needle.
Evil giggling from afar in my left ear.
God.
Okay.
It all went quiet!
What?
It all went quiet!
Oh, good grief. Oh, no. The engineer is actually kind of a little bit distracted, but that may come into bite him in the ass. Shorts Kid, it is now your turn. You are deaf, but you do know where the Fuzzies are, and you can still see.
I'm gonna ask, just real quick, does Charlie still have hyper-concentrated paint on his hands?
Yes.
Okay, so I can either help with the paint, or I can straight up, duck around, get all up next to Larry and help him with Teddy, which I really want to do because this thing keeps trying to hurt him.
I mean, it's really your call. Like, it's a character decision. I mean, I kind of want you to be the sensible person this time around, but nah, you do what Shorts Kid would do, my dude.
Okay, then Shorts Kid trusts Snailian to help Charlie out. So Shorts Kid just shouts to Snailian, "Can you get his hands?" and then ducks around and just kind of slides between Larry's big noodle legs and says, "I told you I'd fuck you up," and casts Wall of Fire.
Excellent.
I will just, before you do this, as a conscientious DM, remind you you're in an enclosed space in a building.
We're in a very, very tight space.
In a
Just
very, very
remember
tight
that.
space. Like,
No, because, like, the bear is in the hallway and we're in the office,
The bear
right?
is no longer in the hallway. The bear tripped
Yeah,
into the room with
it's in the
us.
room.
Okay, so it's, you create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range.
Oh my god. Is
so
this
I'm
how
gonna say the
everybody
wall-
dies? Is this how I manage a TPK? Is this it?
You're not managing the TPK. Owl is managing the TPK.
Al, don't
Jesus,
stop.
fine!
It's okay. Charlie's got a backup spell. Do this, please.
Oh
This will
my
be hilarious.
Goodness. Okay, just do what you gonna do, my dude.
Okay, so, behind Teddy Tazbear on the wall of the wall behind Teddy Tazbear, Shorts Kid casts Wall of Fire at that, so it, kind of coats the wall behind, so it's a foot ahead, and, or so, and it says you can make the wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. And so, well, actually, I'm not gonna put it behind him. I'm just gonna have it, like, spring up between, Shorts Kid, Larry, and, the bear. So, like, bear, wall, Shorts Kid, Larry.
Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. Please roll damage. Do I have to make a dex save? What do I do here?
I don't have to roll to hit or You just have to roll a dex save.
Okay. I want everyone who's listening to understand how much I did try. I tried. I did try. You all remember that when I tried just now? I did try. Okay, so Teddy does not have a bonus in Dex, fortunately, so a 17 though.
It does not matter because he still takes let's see, on one side of the wall selected by you when you cast this spell, deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that same side, aka Teddy's side, or inside of the wall. A creature takes that same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. The other side of the wall deals no damage. So, we're fine. You're stuck, and I have not made the wall big enough to reach the ceiling, so we're good.
Okay, I mean, there may still be consequences, but that... Okay, that was, like, probably the best way you could use it. Massive kudos for that. I mean, having made that dex save, do I take any damage?
You do. You take, I roll 5d8 and you take half of that.
Okay, thank you. Please burn the bear. Please burn the bear.
That's what I'm trying to do, but you're like, don't burn the bear.
What? No.
Burn him.
I want you to burn the bear. I want you to not burn all of your family alive with you. Okay, cool. That's nicely easy to divide in half, because 22 divided by 2 is 11. Okay, yeah, now the bear is looking pretty crispy and has that really alarming look where you skin an animatronic and there is exposed wire and slightly burnt, melted pieces of metal. Really ain't looking so family friendly anymore, are you, Teddy? And he says, only you can prove it first, Fries.
By the way, I get a bonus action.
Cool. What do you do with your bonus action?
Because I summoned Melf's Minute Meteors.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna fire off 2 of my Melf's Minute Meteors, leaving me with 4, but, here it is, Melf's Minute Meteors. You have to roll another dex save.
Cool. Cool.
Fire it at the Furzy! Fire it at the Furzy! Not Teddy!
That is a good idea. I will say, do you want me to roll for Teddy or the Fuzzy?
Go for the Furzy then.
Great.
I would say which one of them has a worse dex roll?
I mean, they all have the same. Are you aiming at the one in the vent or under the desk?
Under the desk. It's easier to fire without catching the wall on fire.
That's a great decision, and all of the Fuzzies have a -5 to dex. Oh, that's a -1. I think you hit it. You definitely hit that Fuzzy. I mean,
Boom. So now I have to roll, specifically it is, each meteor casts 2d6, fire damage. So, 4d6 fire damage on that one Fuzzy.
Okay.
And the desk!
Oh dear. Yep, this place is going up in flames.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys were the one who said aim at the Fuzzy. I was gonna aim at big fucker.
The vent!
There's gonna be fire.
Less flammable!
There's gonna be fire anyway.
It's all fire.
Anyway, 16 damage.
Okay, that Fuzzy is... Yeah, that Fuzzy is completely obliterated to the extent, like, you just hear it because the paint has been evaporated. So you don't have to do the same dodge that poor Charlie, did not manage to make. I have to ask you all a very important question at this point due to the nature of paper and fire. That piece of paper that you found before, the list, did anybody take that?
Snailian did. It's in their hammer space.
Good. Okay, that's really good news for you. Okay, good, super. Whose go is it now? I am completely lost. No, that was Short's kid. Of course it was damn Short's kid. You're still deaf. Yeah, the engineer has just seen his child, just wreak destruction of a very fiery sort, and while ordinarily he would be like, well, he is. He's really proud. He's always proud. And that was really, really goddamn cool. But also, like, this could be an issue, increasingly so. Even if he's resistant to fire, he's quite aware that other people are not habitually.
What about Short's kid makes you think they know anything about fire safety?
With that father? No, probably not, huh? Gotta work that in. Gotta work that into your syllabus, basically. However, hang on, is it the engineer? If he held his turn last time, do we go back to like the usual order? Or is it Snailian?
I think what you did was readied action as
Yeah.
opposed to like holding your turn. So
Yeah.
it would be your go now.
Are you sure? Is that okay, Snailian? Is that easy?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm talking to Snailian directly here via the mighty DM voice. Sorry.
I'm trying to figure out how the heck I'm gonna do the really cool thing that I've had planned ever since I thought about it last night, and also fucking save Charlie.
Yeah.
So, go
Do the cool
wild.
thing.
Yep.
Go hog
do the-
wild.
Okay, well, it worked really well last time, so the engineer is going to hit this rabbit with a flaming sword again. 17 is going to do it. And he's a barbarian, so he gets to do it twice. Oh my goodness, this bunny is going to burn. Okay, and the first one has thunder applied. Oh, hey. And that came out really creepy, I'm sorry. And then this one. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. This rabbit is, I mean, you want to call it bloodied, but they don't have blood. But, like, he cleaves, like, the top left diagonal side of it off. Like, the head kind of sputters for a second and says, oh dear, and then it goes sliding down ka-chunk onto the floor. It is, however, still active, still has a left arm, and is still mobile because, yeah, I hate these things. But, yeah, that was a whammy, and he is...
I'm so glad that Shorts Kid is currently deaf.
Yeah, that's a bit upsetting, I suppose, if he was your favourite, but R.I.P. Benji. Okay, and yeah, he's just going to stay where he is, and that was cool. Snailian, what's your gameplay?
So, really quick, I want to ask, Charlie, do you have a water skin in your stuff? And I'm asking this for later, not for right now.
Yes, Charlie does have a water skin. He also has the spell Create or Destroy Water, so he will be okay. So I'm. This is me as Kai encouraging you to do shit.
Yeah, no. Snailian's going to spend their entire turn. They're gonna literally instead of doing anything with the Fuzzy in the vent, because they told Shorts Kid to deal with the Fuzzy in the vent, because they were gonna deal with the one at the desk, but it's okay, it's fine, they love their sibling, don't worry about it. They're
Shorts
literally
Kid
just
can't
gonna spend their
fucking hear
entire
Sam.
turn. I literally told you to go after the one in the vent! I would get the one on the desk because I'm right on top of it!
But she's like...
I'm sorry.
Shorts Kid is deaf. Shorts Kid is deaf, so like
Kid is deaf.
totally in character.
That's what it was before they got deafened!
Was it?
Fair,
Oh,
I
okay.
completely forgot, so that's on me.
Yeah.
You're
I mean, so did
totally
I.
fine. It's absolutely even in character that you forgot. I'm just I did literally say I'm right on top of it. Let me get the one on the desk.
Okay, everybody
'Cause
breathe.
I will be able to easily reach the one in the vents.
Everybody breathe.
And you have
Things are burning. Things are burning. Save your oxygen, okay?
Okay. Sorry. All I was going to say is Shorts. Snailian is going to use the entirety of their water skin. They're going to clean Charlie off entirely.
Mhm.
And then, interestingly, they're going to say, hey, Charlie, can I have your water skin? Can I have your water skin since I used up mine? Please?
Yeah, no, Charlie will happily hand it over.
All right.
That
That's
does.
going to be their action.
Yeah, that's
which
good.
means all I'm going to do is bonus action. How are the monitors looking?
Good choice, my friend. Good choice. The last plinth is now empty, and you actually caught this in time. Again, there is a similar yellow blur, and I'm going to roll a d2 to see which corridor that they have taken. It is on engineer's side, in fact. Yeah. So there is a bright lime green jittering. It's like, oh god, you know when people do that sort of jump scare walking towards you really fast sort of yeah, it's doing that.
Dad, heads up times 2!
Thank you. And he just about has time to shake the oil off his face before Cheery! Cheery's here to join the party. Oh, Cheery is so fun. However, Cheery is behind Benji in order, so is there anything else Snail wants to do first?
Nope, they literally just spent their entire turn making sure that Charlie is entirely washed free of the paint. They were thorough. Used up an entire water skin.
That's very good. Okay, the remaining amount of Benji Bunny is rather off balance and is going to try to swing to hit the engineer with the axe, but I think because they are off balance, would you say it's fair to say that they get disadvantage for that?
Yes.
I think it is.
They don't have eyes. They can't see where he is.
I think we're good. That was a nat 1, everybody. I don't have to roll again. Oh, that's beautiful. In fact, they miss so spectacularly, partly because the engineer is really short, so like he just ducks, and this guitar swings around into one of the monitors, and the rabbit gets electrocuted for. I'm gonna make it D6. Okay, but that's two electric damage because they are weak to thunder and electricity. So that happened, and it was hilarious and completely ineffectual and used up their entire turn, and I'm very happy about it.
Fantastic.
Cool. Yeah, Benji is looking very not good, which is excellent news for all of you. However, his friend is right behind him, and oh god, how does this bit go? It's actually a different tune. Okay. Well, let your feet start hopping as the music starts to rocking, cause your head don't know what to do. And well, you'll find it shocking when your heart feels like it's popping and your face it starts turning blue. You might run out of air because you're screaming everywhere, losing your mind like you just ran out of time. But don't be scared, there's no one to be aware of your death, and when you die, you'll feel just fine. And,
that's terrifying.
Thank you. I had real fun writing that bit. Yeah, the second part, like, the music itself, because there's a backing track, you're all tunes, it kind of turns death metal for a bit. Larry, you may approve more, I don't know. Does he do like that hand shift?
What is the purpose behind these songs, though? Come on.
You're about to find out. Everybody make a whiz save.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, joy.
Well,
So
the
it's
engineer
gimmick.
didn't make it.
Wait, do I need to make a whiz save if I cannot physically hear this?
No, you don't. Great observation. Charlie, I think you're...
Oh wait, yeah, Charlie too.
Yeah, Charlie, you're still deaf. So, in fact, Shortkid and Charlie, because of your status ailment, you escape this one, which is just as well, Charlie, with that 6. Snail and... Oh my god, nobody made it. You all failed. Wow. Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean... Cheery the Chicken has very influential voice, so I'm afraid that was hold person.
Oof.
Yep, you're all frozen. You're frozen for 1 round, and you will have to make a whiz save to break out of it, or is it just 1 round that lasts? Shortskid, you're our resident hold person expert. What does it do?
It's specifically after the end of each round or whatever. Like you cast it, they're stuck. If they fail their whiz saving throw, and which they just did, and or charisma saving throw, I don't know. It's some type of saving throw. And then the next round, when it's that character's turn, they have a chance to roll a saving throw again.
Yeah.
If they beat it, they are free of hold person. If they are not, they are held person.
Okay, it's whiz save for sure. Okay, that's what happens, and with fantastically good timing, even though the fire hasn't spread enough for you to be in danger of the fire, I am going to need to make everyone make a Constitution saving throw because there is starting to be some smoke in the air.
Please get it to Charlie's turn soon.
An 18, the engineer is fine, used to smoke. Oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get a +1 on these, and yet I still suck at Constitution saving throw.
However, Shortskid, if you remember, I gave you a bonus for being adopted because you have found family love, and that just gives you the power of love. You get advantage on Constitution saving throws.
Thank God.
Yeah. Also, Larry, you're fine. It was a 14 save.
Oh, great.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, yeah, Shorts Kid, no.
You said I had like an inspiration thing. I'm gonna use this here.
Great, okay, again, like, yeah, please don't forget, you all have an advantage roll based on your outfit, and you all have inspiration. I don't have inspiration. I don't think I'm even giving myself advantage. I'm being really mean to the engineer.
This isn't based on my outfit, but can Charlie take his bandana and tie it across his face, please, as a mask?
Like, legit,
Okay.
I was about to say Shorts Kid is wearing a scarf, so they just pull it up over their nose.
I mean, I'm gonna make you take this
We can't-
damage, and then you can do this, so, like, next time you won't be so badly affected, okay?
It can just be flavor sort of thing.
Yeah,
So,
that's fine. Okay, but you still take 4. You take 4 poison damage, basically. Carcinogens. Ain't nice. So everyone who failed that, please take 4. You're all doing really good. Like, you've hardly taken any damage. You're fine. Apart from Larry.
Never say these things.
I mean, dude, like, the potential for these guys was to, like, they're pretty mean. Like, you guys are level 7 now. You're doing great. You're doing really good. And with that, it is Larry's turn. You have a pretty wonky looking animatronic and also fire and remaining Fuzzies. So what you have, the world is your oyster. What do you want to do?
Well, I've been held personed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Please make a whiz save.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can break out of it. No, you
I
do
can't,
not.
but I'm going to use my inspiration point now
Yes.
because
Wise
yeah.
move.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, yep, Larry, you're good. But that was your action. Do you have a bonus action you want to take?
Yeah, let's see. Bonus action. All I can do with my bonus actions is go in or out of rage.
Fair enough. I mean, you're good. You're still unhappy enough to be in a rage?
Oh yeah. I do hope that something attacks me in this turn, or else I have to drop out of rage.
We'll
But
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And you don't want to move or anything, I'm guessing.
I don't know. The fire isn't hot on his side of things, so I guess he's okay where he is.
Yeah, so
He still
far.
wants to.
I mean, like, I
still
will say,
wants
like,
to be.
no, it's fine. It's just
ahead.
like the floor is starting to catch fire a bit because like the dining place was black and white tiles. The corridor in this office are wood. Like the floor is CGI and crappy wood paneling. It looks like really bad. So that's starting. Like that's why you had to take smoke inhalation damage. Plus there's like oil now because of animatronic damage. Blech.
True. Yeah, so basically, like, Larry wants to make sure he is the main person in between Teddy and the rest of the group.
Great.
But
That's
also,
very
he's not
heroic
gonna
of
catch
you.
fire.
Good. Okay.
I mean, he's the tank with a buttload of AC, so makes sense.
Yeah, you at the beginning saying, oh, Larry leveled up and only just, like, got more hit points. Hit points are wonderful things to have. It's a very good commodity in a character. Especially a barbarian.
True enough.
Very cool. Okay, I think that's Larry's.
Especially when you're with like this cast of schmucks.
Oh dear. This is a really nicely balanced party. Like, if anything, we're just a little bit light on healing. But we do have Snailian. Okay, Charlie.
I have healing.
Oh, you do. Sorry, Charlie. But you do. You do. Charlie, it is your go. You can now hear, like, the tinnitus just goes, yeah, and, like, you're back. You're back into hearing things, and,
Yeah.
oh, you kind of wish you weren't, because, wow.
Yeah.
What?
Gives his head like a big shake to kind of get at that to clear out. And then he's just gonna yell, "Everybody get right next to me!" And he's gonna drag Snailian and Shorts Kid right next to him, stand next to Larry, and just try and get into the center of the room, away from where enemies are.
One itty bitty moment. Did you
Yep.
succeed on that whiz save for hold person?
I didn't have to because
Oh, you didn't
I
have
was
to.
deaf.
You were deaf. Thank you for reminding me. Sorry, I was just checking the dice rolls. Fine, you can do that. That's great.
Yeah, so he's going to stand there. I don't know how close everyone currently is. I
Mm.
suspect there is going to need to be a bit of shuffling because basically Charlie's trying to get away from enemies and like the worst of the fire. But he also wants everyone to be standing right next to him. If
Okay.
that's possible right now,
Yeah.
I can do a thing. Otherwise, he's going to hold an action.
I'm going to say hold an action partly because of that would take physical work, what you just described. Scooping, basically, and also snails, so they have a cool thing, so we'll see what happens. Okay, Charlie, any action,
I'm gonna
bonus actions?
When I say I'm holding, I'm saying I'm not necessarily holding my turn. I'm gonna wait until everyone is right next to me, specifically within a 10-foot radius, and then I'm gonna cast a spell when that happens.
I think I know what you're going to do. That's great. Okay, so like, are you using your action at all, or what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing.
That's what I'm saying. That is my action. I'm using my action to hold it until everyone's next to me.
Fine. Okay. But you'll have verbally instructed them to try to do that, I assume?
I yelled, "Everyone get next to me."
Great. Sorry, I'm starting to lose it. We'll take a break in a little bit, so we can all sort of... And is that everything you want to do?
Yes, that's me for now.
Great. Okay, Larry, I'm afraid, this is becoming a rather repetitive dance, however, he's the main character. You gotta face off.
Can I interject real quick?
Sure.
The wall of fire is still there.
Yes.
And it is currently between Teddy, Shorts Kid, and Larry.
Okay,
And if you want to get past the wall of fire, you have to go through it.
Okay, well, I also don't. So, if anybody happened to look at the monitor, the left-hand corridor has one of those jittery blurs, and Teddy Tazbear has gone.
God dang it.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, this is concentration up to a minute, so we'll just let that firewall fall.
Okay, you can, just cancel it completely.
It says concentration up to a minute. Shorts Kid can just stop concentrating.
Yeah, but, does that count on, anything that's accidentally set on fire? I hope so. I really want it to. I can say it does.
Well, then just say that some stuff is accidentally set on fire. I assume that the wall itself falls, and then no further things can catch on fire.
I'm going to roll a d2 and see what happens.
It would be... Do you mind if I butt in? I know that we've
sure.
got 4 different DMs here.
No, that's fine. Please help me.
If the spell itself stops, it would just be the specific wall of fire that goes down, not other objects that are now alight.
Okay.
Only the spell part of things.
Well,
that's what I was saying. I'm just now in the future nobody can yell at me for catching the rest of the office on fire.
I think we still can.
We can a little bit.
We can a little bit, because that one meant that, yes, there is still shit on fire. So that's in the order, so I will address that when it comes to it. I'm now completely lost. Oh yeah, Teddy's turn was ollieing the fuck out. So yeah, that's ominous. And now it is the Fuzzies. Oh hooray! There's only one left, but it's still a problem. It's also in the vent, and it is above you, and it is gonna spit blue paint through the vent. So yeah, I'm afraid people are gonna have to make dex saves. I'm trying to figure out who's in range. I think it's going to be Snailian, Engineer, Shorts Kid, maybe. No, you're probably closer to the bear, right?
Yeah, it's closer. I slid between Larry's legs, sliding into home, and then just shot fire at him.
Okay. Snailian, where are you?
I think Charlie said he picked me up, which is going to be interesting considering what I'm going to do, but that's what I believe has happened. So I believe I'm close to Larry, in Charlie's hands, next to Shorts Kid, where Teddy was and no longer is.
Okay, I am going to make the engineer make a dex save. And he makes it. Phew, okay, there's a spurt of, paint particles that come out through this vent, and they go... Psst, and just about miss him. He only just made that. That was the saving throw. Sorry, were you going to say something, Kai?
I was just trying to remember who actually did get affected by hold person.
Oh, you're right.
Everyone except the people who are deaf.
No, wait, hang on. I've got to scroll back up. What was the last roll I did? Because that will be mine. No, I did it. I did make it. I got an 18. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just trying to remember that.
No, that's fine, that's fair, and especially with Charlie's history of getting painted, like, it would be fair if someone else did for fucking once. But no, the engineer is a dodgy little bird and manages to get out of the way just in time. Actually, I think for flavour, he actually does get some of the paint on his coat, but he just rips it off. He just throws it off before the paint can actually start to set in and affect his character design, which is the critical part. Okay, that was Fuzzy's turn. And Shotskid, it's your go.
Alright. So, Shotskid still has the minute meteors. And let's just take a look. I need to look at these because I have a lot of spells that are area of attack.
Mm-hmm.
You could just send the meteors after that last Fuzzy. And
Yeah,
just
you-
say, fuck that one too.
Yeah. The meteors are
Are
good.
you sure? Because if I catch the vents on fire,
I mean,
that might not be great.
the vent is, like, metal lined. Like, that's the place that's the least likely to catch fire.
Okay, so, then, let's just go with, specifically, firing off 2 meteors is a bonus action, which means I can do another spell in the meantime. So, let's see, choose a point you can see on the ground within range, fountain of 20-foot cube. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, I know what to do. Shorts Kid looks over at the other side of the hall where Cheery the Chicken is, and uses the cantrip Mold Earth, and just causes the cement under the wood to become difficult terrain, which means like they make some spikes and it fucks up the floor.
Nice. I like that. That's good.
Excellent.
And like, if you're doing this in the corridor, which, you know, Cheery is basically in the doorway-ish, like close to the corridor, that's gonna be very good news, because that was like the place that Teddy's gonna come and try and get in, obviously. So yeah, you have made that difficult terrain. So that like halves movement, right?
Yeah, difficult terrain halves movement, and I think if you're having like a dex saving throw, you get disadvantage.
Yeah, cool. That's very good news. Okay, yeah, good
And
move. And then
yeah, so I did the Mold Earth, and then
Yep.
I'm going to send off 2 of my meteors. I have 2 left. To the Fuzzy in the vent, which I guess like, but is the vent sealed? Is the issue?
it has like a grill over it, but like you know, like when it spat paint at you, the reason it's spattered is because it was coming through slots. So you can just about see it actually. If you look really hard, you can see the glowing eyes of the Fuzzy going "Wow" at you.
All right, so then the Fuzzy needs to make a dex save.
Oh no! I'm gonna give it a -7, because normally it would have a -5, but it's in a fucking vent. That's a 7. It doesn't make it.
Nope, it does not. So that means that let's see, because each of these is I'm firing off 2. It's 2d6 fire damage, 4d6 fire damage.
Yay! I think this Fuzzy is dead. Yeah, that's fine. That's
God
fine.
damn.
Yep. I mean, like, that's on the nose. They have that many hit points. But yeah,
Nice.
because you
It would have been more.
yeah.
With the vent.
Because you explodified it in a vent. Again, the paint explosion is contained, but you do hear a distinctive as this Fuzzy bites the dust. You have defeated the Fuzzies. We can get them off the list of things that are attacking you. Great. That always feels good. Congratulations.
That's the best sound I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you.
And I didn't even hear it.
Oh, yeah, Shortcut is still deaf, huh? Oh, baby. It's alright, next time you'll be able to hit. Last turn. It's the engineer's turn, and he is... Oh my goodness, he has a choice of, yeah, he has choices. Like, everyone's just, like, having a party on this side, huh? Okay. But you know what? You don't fix what's not broken. So he's first of all going to try and finish off this goddamn rabbit. So he's going to take a swing at Benji. Okay, that's definitely going to hit. And let's just get that out of the way. Boom! Oh boy, howdy. Okay, the sword comes cracking down, and the residual what the hell is it called? the booming blade literally makes Benji go boom, and the two remaining thirds of Benji fall apart in half with sparks emanating from the center. And God, I wish I had enough brain to come up with the cool line, but honestly, I think he's that pissed he's just straight up to business and goes to attack Cherry, who's directly behind. And that's a 9. That is not going to hit Cherry, which is unfortunate. So Cherry seems to be much more agile than the other animatronics, and she dodges to one side with a sort of uncanny blurring effect. It's like, you know, there's some smear frames in there, and it's like, oh no, doesn't look good. It just doesn't look right, okay? And yeah, that does not hit, unfortunately. But he is still blocking the doorway, so, like, yeah, that's happening.
Dad,
oh, wait, no, wait, yeah, you said. Charlie did say.
Yeah.
So he's going to use his movement to skip backwards, still holding the sword out in front.
Okay, and this is the point. Yeah, the moment you are in range, the point when ready to action goes, Snail, Snail, you will.
Please, let me do one thing, please.
Okay, all right. Let's put it as Charlie. Charlie is about to see
Yeah.
Snail just going, oh wait, you're planning a thing. I've got a thing. Charlie will hold his action.
Make it good,
This
Snail!
isn't how it- This isn't how it mechanically works, but do it.
All of them surrounding Charlie like, wait. So the first thing they're going to do is they're going to try and make that wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, definitely.
For the hold person.
Mm-hmm. 24 will do
Okay,
it.
good.
Yep, you're fine. +8. Wow.
Got a lot of
Oh,
paladins.
So here's what Snailian is going to do. Snailian is going to you know, they have these silent images around, and suddenly, Charlie, like, your hand feels a lot lighter, and when you look down, you see, like, something misty right at the apex of the office and the hallway. And Snailian has cast Misty Step to instantaneously teleport right there. And what they're going to do is you see them, like, grab the back of their mask and start to take it off. And we fade back. We're actually a couple days now before Halloween. And Snailian is not taking off the mask, they're putting it on as they excitedly talk to an owl and a penguin who are sort of like, you know when you're, like, humoring a kid, but, like, you're actually interested in what they have to say? So it's like, you're still humoring them, but you're like, oh, that's really cool. And they're like, you see, I can make these LEDs go on with these alien eyes so that they go, like, flash. Because, like, sometimes aliens have, like, the black eyes, but sometimes they, like, look at you and go, ah. And very faint LEDs go on their eyes, and it makes all of the black go white. And the penguin goes, and bada bing, bada boom, look at you, how clever, kid. Hey, could you make those, like, flash, like you were taking a picture, like, ka-ching, ka-ching. And as you see Snailians taking the mask back off, you hear them say, well, no, actually, that would just, like, burn out the bulbs, and I don't want to hurt anybody's eyes. Besides, I would have to, like, rewire some things. And this is said in voiceover as in front of this hallway, you see her rewiring something, and she actually slips the ghost mask off for a second to look mournfully at this alien mask, and she's going to hurl it directly at Cheery's face, so that the moment that it gets close to Cheery's face, it does that bulb burning out flash that was talked about in the flashback. This is where I'm going to be using my advantage roll, and here's why. They're not just hurling the mask, which is intended to flash, which they remember from the recording, makes them very, very angry and messes with their wiring. They are also going to throw Charlie's water flask. Water does not react well with electricity.
Well done.
Great.
So,
Now you see why the engineer was eager to give Short's kid a water pistol. Me as a DM, I was like, they need water. I'm gonna make sure there is some water.
okay, we're gonna take that.
23.
Hey, Maud, this is sort of like an improvised weapon, I guess.
I love it. I'm just gonna make it work. Like, I mean, I don't actually know if you want it to do damage, but it's definitely going to make like Cheery malfunction. I will say that. I have mechanics in place for that.
I am definitely going to make Cheery malfunction, and
Okay.
then I am going to run back into the huddle.
Good. Okay, that was beautiful. Thank you very much, Kai, for being so patient. Also, probably at like near past, we'll do a little break. So just so you know, we're heading towards that, so we don't have to stress
That's
out.
okay, because this is the perfect time for a break, because again, the moment that Snailian is back and Charlie goes like, right, we got everyone here, suddenly everyone is enclosed in a clear dome and the air clears of smoke and you are all safe inside of Leo's tiny hut. And yeah, they can't get in. And Charlie just kind of sits down on the floor and just kind of like, all right, time to make ourselves comfortable.
That's the best possible way to go to a break. How cute. Okay,
I'd love to hear it.
everyone take 5. I think that was an extremely good bout of fighting. We're nearly there. Like, you've still got some meat to bite through, but you've done fantastically well, I have to say.
I'm so glad.
Okay.
Look, if the place is burning down, Charlie's gonna just, sit in the middle and wait for it to burn down around them.
I mean,
This thing lasts for 8 hours.
oh my goodness.
Listen, I thought about it. Like, we have water skins. Electricity reacts bad with water skins. I was like literally all night thinking I have to do this thing, and like I thought about the fact that I could literally use the mask and sacrifice the mask to get the advantage because it has to relate to the. I was galaxy braining you guys.
I could tell. I could tell there was some forethought in that. Anyway, we're doing a break. 5-minute break, everybody. Just like chill out, go get water, do some stretches, scream if you have to. I'm probably going to do that. So if you hear that in the distance, don't mind me. I'm not sure. Yeah, we got you now.
Yuni?
Blech. Right, can someone tell me what... Oh, yeah, we ended up in the tiny hut. I think a good way to restart this would be Charlie just describing, for the benefit of everybody, including me, what this hut does, so that everybody, including me, knows the limitations and, like, what the hell I'm allowed to do with my enemies that are left over against this tiny hut. Also, what it looks like. You gotta tell me what it looks like.
Alright, for now, basically what it is a part of this flavor, part of this is, what it actually is. It's just like a very faintly green shimmering dome. It's translucent, you can see everything that's going on from the outside. The dome itself does seem to cast like not much in the way of light or anything, but with all the fire and such, outside there is plenty of light coming in. And yeah, it's a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force. It's just sprung around us. And yeah, Charlie just sits down in the middle of this as he's going about and just goes like, learn this one when Ellie decided to take a dive into traffic after a ball. It was that was a fun 8 hours before I realized that like I can just walk out whenever I like. But yeah, if you guys want in and out, go ahead. But I've got to say, the air's a lot clearer in here. And he says that specifically because as part of the spell description, it says the atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather, fire outside.
That's really nice. So just to confirm, like, the enemies have absolutely no way of getting in this thing.
Yeah, like all creatures that were not inside the dome when it was cast, creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
That's
so
amazing.
you guys can go in
I
and out.
believe the like one exception is it is like a half circle. So if something like burrowed from underneath,
Yeah.
it could get in.
Yeah, it's a dome. So
I
yeah,
don't
that
think
would be it.
I don't think you're in danger of that. I did not imbue these animatronics with digging abilities. I mean, maybe Teddy's gone to go and get a road drill. Who knows? But yeah, I think you're good actually.
Yeah, no, Charlie has every intention of just sitting here, waiting for the building to kind of burn down around safe. then they can leave.
Actually, speaking of that, I should see how the building's doing, because I rolled 12. Yeah, it's a little bit more on fire. It's sort of gradually becoming more on fire. It's not, like, really dire yet, but there is fire. There is fire.
Oh, one other thing I will clarify about this spell for people that don't know. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through the dome. So if you guys want to go casting spells, you need to, like, walk out, cast it, then come back in.
Okay, I think recognizing an opportunity when he sees it, the engineer says, "Alright, I think we could all do with a breather. Rory, Snailian, are you alright?" And is going to investigate how his children are doing, because, like,
I'm okay. Does anybody need healing? I got healing.
That's a good question.
I can boop your face and I can heal you lots.
I'm absolutely fine. Larry, you look like you took a few hits there.
I mean, I'm fine, but yeah, I took a little bit.
Let me boop your mask. Don't worry, you don't have to take it off. Let me just boop. Snailian is waving their nubbins in Larry's general direction. They're actually not trying to force you to take it if you aren't comfortable with it, and they did specifically say you don't have to take anything off.
Larry leans forward and just the slightly mangled nose of the horse mask comes down to hit Snailian.
Boop! How many hit points do you need?
Larry is down 11.
So you can have 11 points. I have 30 hit points, which I can heal people with.
Nice.
So, 19? Alright, who else needs booping? Who else needs booping?
Ears are still ringing a bit, but I'll be fine, kid. Don't worry.
Are you sure? I can boop?
Charlie lost a grand total of 4 hit points out of 48. He's fine, don't worry.
You guys were amazingly lucky with, like, not taking damage, I've got to say, but you did handle this situation really well. Like, you tactically did very well.
Dad, do you need a boop? I got a boop.
I'm absolutely fine, just as healthy as when I came in here. And he actually is.
Are you sure?
I am absolutely sure. Look, you can check. And he's leaning his head towards you, but also, by doing so, taking the opportunity to nuzzle you, you know, because he is slightly, not like a horse, but, like, he is animal-ish, so, like, he's tickling you.
And Snailian does double-check that he doesn't need any hit points regained.
Nah, he's fine. His feathers are sort of attractively singed, and that's about it, really. He is more concerned about you and Shorts Kid, because that was a bit of a scary situation.
I'm not saying that Snailian has avoided answering that question more than a single word. I'm just saying she's ready for booping.
Mm-hmm. Shorts Kid, how you doing?
Shorts Kid's upper half is hanging out of the hut as they fire their last 2 minute meteors at Chica and Teddy, or whoever is closest.
Okay, great. Thanks for telling us that ahead of time. Right, okay, like, the engineer's gonna grab your feet just as you're, like, firing. Oh my god. Shorts Kid, you're such a liability. Oh my god. I now have to figure out. Yeah, you can do that because Benji's fucking dead and Teddy's somewhere AFK. Yeah, you can fire those at Cheery. What do I have to do? Make a dex save?
Yeah, make a dex save, and you take half damage if you succeed the dex save, and all the damage if you don't.
Okay. 19. I think that's a success. Cheery does a sort of rah, cha-cha-cha, cheerleader type thing, and cartwheels out of the way.
You take 6 points of exploding damage.
Do I take, like, the whole thing, or do I take half if I've succeeded?
Since I shot 2 of the meteors at you, it was gonna be 4d6, but it's only half,
okay.
So 2d6.
Alright, fine. I will take 2d6, that's fine. Okay, I mean, yeah, she's fine. She's actually, pretty full of health. The unfortunate part of this is that they cartwheeled out of the doorway and this hut is inside the office, so you can no longer... Bleh, that was a sentence. You can now no longer see any enemies, and there are 2 of them still out there, and yeah, the engineer now has yanked you back inside the bubble and is like hugging you to try and like sort of pat you on the head to say, well done, that was very good seeing them off, but let's just take advantage of a good opportunity to catch our breath, alright?
What?
Oh my goodness. I will allow you to be undeaf now because it has been definitely 2 turns.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Shorts Kid, as of right now, can hear, but they can't really hear specifics. So they're just like, it's his voice is fading in, like, you know how you hear like, good job, blah, 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 blah,
Okay.
blah, blah.
He is holding you and sort of, you know when you have a kid under your arm and you heft them up and then just like throw them lightly, so he's caught you under your arms so you're facing him, and he just gives you a big kiss on the forehead and puts you very gently down and sort of pats you on the head in a stay there sort of way.
Oh, are we done fighting?
For the moment. Well done. I'm sorry you got dragged into this at all.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit on Larry.
Good idea.
Shorts Kid crawls into Larry's lap.
Larry gives them a little pat on the head. He's keeping his eyes on the monitors outside of the
Yep, that's a very
the
good
thing.
idea. Okay, you see something that's like, they can do that. I didn't even know that they could do that. Didn't know the horse could use the elevator. So the light, the light in the corridors and the diner go out, and you can't see shit.
Also, Maud, you're like, Shorts Kid is such a liability, and I'm just like, they would not be a liability if they could actually hear what was happening.
Honestly, I had forgotten about the hearing thing. I was just like, this is perfectly in character, so forgive me for making that assumption. However, I did.
Shorts Kid would have just stopped and then waited, but like, they were just like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm facing away from Charlie where he's casting. I can't see what he's doing.
Okay.
I can't hear it. I'm just gonna try and shoot these things.
Okay, that's fair enough. I jumped to a conclusion, but I think I had some basis for it. Okay.
You do
It's
have
true.
some basis for it.
Thank you. Okay.
Shorts Kid is a dumbass, but a tactical dumbass.
Yeah. Yeah, so I will summarize the current situation. You're in a happy little good place bubble. There is a bit of fire, but honestly, like, it's not, like, enormous. It's like, it's gonna take a long time for this entire building to burn down, Charlie, basically. And the lights have just turned off in the 3 locations that you did have direct camera footage of. That's a little bit unnerving.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but if we, hey Charlie, how long does the hut last?
We can be sitting around here for another 8 hours, really.
Oh, Beth, I really do not fancy camping out in this place.
I mean, I don't think it would be so bad, but we do need to make sure that we're done by the 8 hours. So, again, I hate to say it, but do we need to make more fire?
Shorts Kid raises a hand.
The
Larry
hand.
pushes the hand back down.
Thank you for doing that. Short stand.
Charlie will be grinning at that. He is tempted.
I mean, like, honestly, the engineer is a bit of a pyromaniac, and you actually have to see, like, he has to sort of shake off that old inclination of his, because there was a time he would have just been like, okay, let's explode the entire place, that's fine. But
Larry
yeah.
Larry goes, I mean, we got information about livestock or whatever. Do we need to be here anymore? Can we just go?
There's
I
something.
don't think they're gonna let us go, is the thing.
There's
Oh, yeah, they've
that?
done a great job stopping us so far.
but if you recall, there was something. I know this is a foible of mine, but on that telephone thing, there was another. I'm assuming that was the 4th animatronic, which is disconcerting. But there was an implication of the star attraction, and maybe there's more we
If
can learn here.
survive.
Well, we've survived this long. If we only have to take out those 2 more, we may gain more information.
Shorts Kid raises their hand again.
Are you asking a question, or...
I have blink.
The
We're
engineer...
not letting you go anywhere alone, buddy. We've done that often enough.
No, I mean, because I could do blink and just blink around and then come back.
You're gonna have to help me here, but what is blink? And again, I have to remind you, the engineer is not originally a magic person. Like, he has magic now, but the engineer doesn't actually know a lot about Arcana. He doesn't know what blink is.
Oh, it's teleporting.
You can... Cool. Like, you can teleport? That's great. But, again, yes, we need to stay together. Just because we're ahead, or at least I assume we are, doesn't mean we need to be taking chances. We've got a tactical advantage here with this place, but... I just want to get rid of them. I cannot stand animatronics. It's the one field of mechanics that really just gets me going the wrong way.
I couldn't think of anything else, because, like, I could teleport around and get some information and then come back so we can make a better choice. But at the same time, I can't teleport with multiple people. It's too hard.
Well, let's keep that in our back pocket.
Larry?
I could go.
Oh, no, you're not. You're not going by yourself.
I'm really, really good at not getting noticed in the dark. He gives, like, the engineer a look.
The engineer does understand what you're saying, but he's still absolutely not going to let you go by yourself. If you're going out there, I'm coming with you.
That kind of defeats the purpose, but,
I'm a mighty good distraction. I never said that they had to know that I was with ye.
This is the point where Charlie's gonna put down the cards he's been fiddling about with for a minute, and he's going to reach up and boop the engineer on the nose, and suddenly you are invisible.
What? Hey, where'd you put me? Where have I gone? Hey, Charlie, this is good. I like this on me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's come in handy a couple of times. Alright, and I would also just like to shut this down. I know there are going to be people there saying I cannot have two spells that require concentration going up at once.
I don't
Screw that,
care.
this is fun.
Yeah, rule of cool.
Use your inspiration point for it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, pirates are sneaky. I'm just gonna let it happen. I love it. No one cares. Shh. You have an invisible dad who's tickling you now, by the way, Snailian and Shortskid. Oh, I could do this all day. Charlie, this is great. Are you gonna be okay staying here looking after the kids? You sure this place is like...
Yeah, we're safe in here.
You're positive.
Shorts kid licks him.
Which? Charlie or the engineer? Like...
The engineer!
How did you manage to find me? Ugh, that was right in my ear.
You weren't tickling us, Dad.
Fair enough, fair enough. You can just imagine him doing that little head sort of...
Invisible fur in my mouth.
Alright, well, we'd better get a move on while we've got the opportunity. Is there anything I need to know about this? Because, like, the engineer's never been invisible before.
Yeah, Charlie just goes like, 1 hour, don't get hit, try and stay out of people's way, and with this amount of smoke in the air, be careful they don't see the shape of you. I think I've got these two here to stop.
They can still hear you.
Okay, got that. Well, I mean, you can hear me, so I'd probably guess. I can attack them like this?
Shorts kid takes off their sun and moon scarf and then gives it to the engineer and says, "Put this over your mouth."
Why?
That's not being seen.
He puts the scarf on around his mouth and you now have a floating scarf bobbing up and down. I mean, that wasn't part of him when he was made invisible. I don't know what the rules are, but it's kind of funny to imagine it.
Yeah, no, it's, anything the target is wearing or carrying, as long as person, I'm gonna say that because you're wearing it, it becomes invisible too.
Okay. Yeah, he tries this for a bit, but, like, he's he's just like, this is too silly, and I'm gonna be like sneezing at some point. And yeah, he takes it off and hands it back. He's like, that's a wonderful idea, but just so that I can function to the utmost of my capacity, I think I'll better leave it with you. And come on, we better get down to business. Like, the faster we get this done, the faster we can get out of here. And it is past your bedtimes.
And Larry goes, all right, let's do it.
Okay.
And Larry's clothes just collapse in a limp pile on the floor.
Oh,
Question.
I didn't know you were gonna do that in here.
Yeah, Charlie knew nothing about this. Would he have to make some sort of roll to keep up his fucking concentration?
Oh my.
No, I don't think so. You might want to roll a perception check to see if you can see where Larry has gone.
Yep, okay. Yeah, no, moment that you collapse, Charlie's like, what the fuck? Leans back in surprise, scrabbles forward and goes to check your clothes and everything, just because, like, his friend just collapsed.
No, he's okay. He's okay.
Snailian is freaking the fuck out.
Snailian, it's alright. Let him explain.
No, it's not. He's the guy.
Calm down.
Snail.
He's okay.
Wait.
Shh.
Bubblehead, look over there.
And there's this sort of awkward, dark shape on the ground that waves awkwardly and goes, I'll be back by. And it slips out of the dome.
You see, I told you.
Just kind of picks up Snailian and says, he's okay.
God, can't say that wouldn't have been helpful to know before, but all right. This is the day we're having, I guess.
Larry is a man of more actions than words. Anyway, I'll be back very soon, darlings. Don't you worry. And you feel an invisible kiss apiece, and Charlie, you get a very satisfyingly grateful, solid pat on the head. Like, he's so impressed with you. He's so impressed with you. And yeah, I think the engineer and Larry are heading out. I don't know which way round you want to do this. Do you want to go with the action first, or like, do you three want a little camp time?
I think this would be really fun to skip to the action after we just get this one moment of Charlie like picking his cards up again. It's like, right, do you guys know how to play poker?
This kid just says, I'm not allowed to anymore. I keep cleaning people out.
Go fish it is then.
Has Shorts Kid been
and
playing with
then-
Lucky Jack, perchance?
I'm guessing so, yeah. Just somehow they get really good, like, card hands. They're like, I have a bunch of faces, what does this mean?
Oh man, poor Jack. Oh,
On
misfortune.
the other hand, these are marked cards, quite specifically.
I think Jack, with his luck, could probably lose with marked cards, frankly.
Oh god, yeah, true.
Before we flash over to the action, I want Shorts Kid to say, I like go fish. And then just to Snailian, gentle pat and says, it's okay. He's a cool shadow man. He's fine. I wanted to tell you, but that's his secret, not mine. So
Yeah, I'm not... Listen, and Snailian, like, tries to wipe their eyes and then realizes there's the helmet in the way, so they, like, yank their helmet up and start wiping their eyes. I'm like,
I thought you exploded the helmet, but okay. Oh, it was the mask.
No,
It was the mask.
Don't
You're right.
worry.
Sorry, carry on.
And they're like, I'm not upset, and I'm not freaked out. That just happened really fast, didn't it?
it's okay to be freaked out
I
or
want to tell him
sad.
it's okay. Like he well, I pushed earlier for him to tell me, and then he told me, and I didn't even get to tell him he was okay.
It's all right. He knows that he knows that you didn't mean any harm, and it's okay. Sometimes stuff just takes a little longer to come out.
I'm gonna tell him it's okay.
No, not yet. Wait till
No,
he comes back.
not yet. But when he comes back, I'm gonna tell him he doesn't have to worry. We love him.
You should give him a face hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good.
So
Now,
go
let's play
fish.
Go Fish,
Yeah, go fish.
and let's see if we can convince Charlie that we don't know how to play poker, even though I just said I did. and then we'll see how much he's got in his little cat pocket.
But that would be lying and doing the gambling.
But is
I
it
will-
lying if it's a friend?
Yes?
Oh my god, Shotkin. Oh man.
We end on that. We
We
can't
end on
improve
that.
on that.
No,
Let's
that's
go.
really
That's
fucking
right, that's
funny.
right.
Is
Okay.
it lying if it's a friend? Yes!
And with that, we cut away or cross dissolve or something. I don't even know how to transition this because we're in the darkness with an invisible character and the other character is literally a shadow. Okay, so Larry and the engineer, I'm assuming we're making our way through this corridor. I suggest that we both make perception checks
Good idea.
because we gotta find them. 10. Not good.
Not good either.
No.
Oh,
It is
too much smoke.
It is dark. Like, it's dark outside now. Like, before it was really gloomy in here, but there was still, like, a tiny bit of sunlight outside. There is no light in here. There is the fire behind you, but, like, that was in the other corridor, and there's, you know, if you choose to turn on your banjo glow in the dark light, you can, but I'm guessing that would be against the point of our disguises right now.
Yeah, it really would.
Okay, so it's dark, and we can't see or hear much at all. It's quiet. Do you want to describe what Larry is doing? Because, like, this is a whole new canvas for you to behave in.
Larry, it's been a while since he's sort of freely moved around like this. He's, gotten in the habit of, you know, hanging out inside of clothes so that he can walk upright like a normal person. But he is sort of creeping along the wall of things. Just, you know, it's very hard to make out because it is dark and he is a shadow. So it would take a pretty high perception to even catch sight of the figure of a lanky guy sort of sidling sideways against this wall, as though he is
great.
trying to stay close to the wall, except he is close to the wall because he is directly on the wall.
I just love this. I love this so much. Also, why was me and my shadow cancelled? I really hope they pick that up.
I know, right?
God, I want that movie. Anyway, the engineer is kind of enjoying this. Maybe that's why his perception isn't so great, because he's never been invisible before. This is cool. But you can't see the interest and joy on his face because it is invisible. But he is basically being cautious. He's moving slowly. However, I want us both to roll stealth. And I'm afraid the engineer has disadvantage, because guess what? He has spurs that jingle jangle. Didn't think about taking those off. No?
But
Yes?
I think you have a
Yeah,
really
you-
big plus on it because of the invisibility.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it doesn't actually say on the spell here, but it's just like anything I was way like
Maybe I
it
just roll
doesn't
then.
say, but you're invisible, so I think just roll.
Yeah, I'll say that the disadvantage is now cancelled out with the advantage of being invisible, but he still has spurs.
Could,
because it's
could I argue
funny.
that because Larry, you know, is out of his usual body, that would grant him advantage?
I'm fine. I just rolled a 22. I'm okay.
Yeah, that tracks.
I mean, what? So, yeah, somehow, miraculously, thank you, Lalu, the engineer does not jingle jangle and is very quiet. Yeah, do you want to...
Can I argue for Larry having advantage on account of
Absolutely.
his whole deal?
Absolutely, I was
Yay.
going to give that for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, definitely. 18, that's
Okay,
fine.
18.
We may not be able to see shit, but they can't see shit either, and we are being
Yeah.
very stealthy. It's very cool. Mission Impossible. Don't know how you'd like actually make this viewable for people. Maybe we have like the Batman vision, you know, like that sort of nightlight goggles look, so we can sort of see outlines of ourselves.
No, it's all camera movement and sound effects. We don't see anything. This has become a radio show.
Oh, isn't that meta? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I think we've progressed from the corridor, and especially because you're against the wall, like you're literally feeling the landscape, and you feel yourself turn the corner because you go around the corner, literally on the corner. We are now in the diner, and I think new environment. Let's make another perception check. Okay. Great.
18 for Larry.
So, really good news is because our stealth rolls were so good, that's why I haven't even bothered rolling perception for the other people here. With your 19, you are tuned into the darkness, and you know you're made of it. And this is an environment where you're actually, for once, using it to your advantage. And you can basically feel somehow, like through the molecules of this place in you can feel where they are walking, and they are walking in circles. They are trying to compute, basically. And Cheery, because you threw that amazing flash bomb, Snailian, is malfunctioning slightly. So you're also getting a read off her because she is sparking slightly. She is basically, she needs to fix herself by getting back to the platform, but because she is malfunctioning, she can't figure out how to get up there. Teddy is the one that turned out the lights and is basically stalking up and down between the two corridors and is trying to make a decision as to which to go down, but because he can't sense anything, he has no feedback. So at the moment, they're basically caught in a loop.
Interesting.
And the engineer is just sort of being stealthy and can't say anything because that would blow their cover.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look at the maps.
So you're in the main dining area. The stage is up in front of you. Behind you is the corridor to the right. You've got some doors. And again, you remember from the outside that part of this looked collapsed, but part of it didn't. Like, there is conceivably an area in that kitchen area that isn't completely collapsed.
Yeah. I think Larry has in mind the fact that, they mentioned, well, we've seen 3 of the animatronics and we don't know where the 4th is, which presumably it's somewhere around here.
Yeah, we have had no evidence that it's in this building. We had the phone call. I will openly say, I mean, I'm just going to tell you because otherwise we'll be chasing ourselves in circles. Foxy ain't here. Nox and Dead ain't here. Nox and Dead is on an adventure somewhere else. In fact, because, we talked about the history, and there were news reports that when the donkeys were taken from Idle Island, the people who were witness to this did report an animatronic fox being part of the gang responsible.
Well, in that case, I guess... No, Larry doesn't have an idea for what to do next.
Oh, no. I mean, you could roll intelligence and I can see if I can come up with something on the spot for you. Or, likewise, I mean, the engineer could try, but, his perception was not actually good enough to tell what they're doing. So you could try and communicate.
Yeah, that's not a good enough intelligence.
No. Okay, so you're wholly cognizant of the situation. The engineer is not. So he's just, basically staying still. I will, at this point, make a perception roll for those two.
You know what Larry will do is, because, he rolled good perception. You said he can sort of feel where things are stepping around. He'll slide up onto Invisible Engineer and sort of whisper into his ear, letting him know what's going on.
Okay, I'm actually... I mean, I almost feel like I should make a roll to avoid, being surprised by that. Should I?
I guess this is the first time Larry has done it.
Yeah, the engineer didn't even know that you could do this, so I'm actually going to make a whiz save, and if it's really bad, he might squeak. It's not bad. Okay, 18. He gets a shiver over his spine like he's never felt, but he does somehow recognize the outline of you, and, you know, he knows you now. He recognizes your presence. So even though you feel like the feathers underneath you go he stays completely still and just listens very carefully to whatever you're about to say to him.
Those robots are pacing around here. I think they don't know what to do, so they're just looping.
Interesting. Are they going clockwise or counterclockwise?
Did you describe that to me?
I
don't
didn't,
know.
but you got a 19, so I'm going to say that you can tell that they are going clockwise.
Okay, I say that.
Okay. Yeah, with this information, he is going to perceive with advantage. Thank God, 'cause that was a 9. Okay, an 18, great.
There we go.
So he now can hear the footsteps. It's amazing that they are quiet. It's really kind of alarming that they can be this quiet. So that's another sort of about these things. But he figures out where the gap is. He figures out what speed they're going at. And basically, you and the engineer, you basically riding the engineer. God, that's going to be fascinating.
Reversal of the horsey.
Yeah. And did you say that? That's amazing, actually. I love that so much. Did you say that, Larry, at some point you mentioned that he can't feel temperature?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's a shame, because, like, he's very warm, but he's actually managing to keep his temperature down because he doesn't want to start glowing, even if he's invisible. He has no idea what these characters are capable of if they can see, like, infrared, basically. So he sneaks around patiently until you get to the topmost kitchen door that you can see up there, and he is going to try and open it very quietly. And basically, if you whispered to him, he's going to be able to whisper to you. He basically says, I'm going to try get in here, and then we can abduct them one at a time and try to take care of them one at a time. I think that's going to be the easiest way.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alright. And going to try and open that door very quietly. So I think that is going to be stealth again. And let's just do a straight stealth. Oh, that's a 10. Okay, the door opens quietly and you think you're going to be able to make it, but just as it gets to the point where it's wide enough for the engineer to get through, it goes and there you can hear the footsteps stop, and you also feel the engineer stop breathing. He does, however, just like dart through into the door, because like if that sound has given them away, then you might as well just like go in. I am now going to make an intelligence check for these robots to see what they make of what they just heard. The good news is they really don't have a lot in the way of that, so I am going to roll. Where is the hell there? Okay, yeah, it's just to see quite how badly they do, and it is a -2. I thought it was, but I just wanted to be sure. -2. That's a 15 from Teddy. So Teddy is actually going to start heading over there. 12. That's not good enough. Cheery is still malfunctioning, and yeah, just kind of her head, if you could see it, it's spinning around while she's trying to... She's basically trying to reset herself, recalibrate. And so the large padding form of Teddy Tadbear... Teddy Tazbear... so hard to say when you're tired, is coming towards you, and really, you get a good look at how messed up Teddy looks. He's really bad. But, you know, there's nothing behind this door. What would Teddy be looking for? I mean, like, it's just a brainless robot walking towards some sort of noise that it heard. Is there anything you want to do, Larry?
Larry is going to slip off of the engineer and lay against the wall to sort of lie in wait for Teddy.
Okay. Teddy comes close to the door, but stops, and you can hear the sort of as the mechanized head turns to and fro. And the engineer is going to do something a little drastic, but is just taking the advantage that they have, and is going to use lightning lure to yank Teddy Tazbear in. So Teddy Tazbear.
Oh God, you've been waiting for this one.
I was hoping there would be an opportunity, and because he's dressed up as a cowboy, and it's gotta have that flavor, my dude. It manifests as a lasso, and I will actually use that advantage to make sure that they do not succeed on the strength, because my god, they actually do have sizable strength. Okay, 19. Please fail the next one. 4. Yes. Oh, that was a nat 1, baby. That was a nat 1. So not only does this lasso get this bear and pins the arms to its sides as the engineer yanks bodily this thing that is much bigger and heavier than he is into the corridor. It takes 2d8 lightning damage, which is actually going to be twice that because they are weak to electricity. So wow, that was max damage. That was 2 4s.
Yes.
That was an 8. It takes the full 16 worth of damage, and Teddy is 1 hit point away from death. And Larry, do you want to take care of this? Snap its neck. Just do it.
Sure. Larry is, it's a little bit awkward. He can't really use weapons super well in this situation that he is currently in. But what he can do is slip up onto the thing, and as you described, just kind of crack that neck.
Ooh. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. I mean, you can roll if you want to, but like literally that's 1 hit point. And they have their arms pinned to their sides with electricity.
Then, yeah, I will say that Larry just sort of the darkness envelops Teddy, and there is a spark of as yes.
My god.
Larry off them.
Wow, that was grim and extremely cool. Okay, we are down to 1 animatronic. Unfortunately, this animatronic has basically not taken any damage, but is malfunctioning. I'm gonna roll perception to see if they hear what just happened. 8. Cheery is not in a good way. That light bomb has done a good job. She's still on the other side of the dining room. Yeah. What'd you say?
Can I just question, alright, Larry, can you go inside Teddy and can you in the same way you would your clothes?
Oh my god.
That's awful. I
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
I'll allow it.
He can try. I feel like he needs to make a roll to see if it works, because it is a very unfamiliar sort of suit.
I'm gonna make it.
That's fair.
I'm gonna make it a strength roll, just because this thing is so much heavier than your clothes, and you have expressed that it is difficult for Larry to maintain his form.
Yeah. But the thing is, Larry's pretty fucking buff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
14. I will say, you can manipulate it, but it's very ungainly. This will work, but only for a short amount of time.
Fair enough.
Okay. The engineer is just increasingly amazed at you. And if you could see the admiring shake of his head, wow. He just is amazed. And you have 1 remaining enemy, so he basically says, alright, I mean, we can drag her in here, but we might as well just go hog wild on her, frankly.
Oh, by the way, engineer, you are actually visible again because you cast a spell.
Oh, look at that. Okay, well, you did see the admiring shake of the head. That's great. And, yeah.
Then I suppose Larry will be like, this feels gross. Okay.
You don't have to do it this way if you don't want to. I mean, it's not your most becoming look, I'll admit.
No, it feels gross, but it's also radical.
I respect you.
Teddy's body will somewhat stiffly, but hey, he is a shambling zombie robot. Will sort of turn on his heel and go out to Miss Cheery Chicken.
Okay, bunk clunk, you go walking across the hall, and yeah, making no farce of secrecy, you approach the other robot, who spins her head to look at you and registers Teddy Tazbear. There is nothing erroneous here. The data is correct. I will say that because you're doing that, the engineer is going to try and sneak to be close, but like is not invisible, but it is dark. So just going to go with the straight 15. Like, she is distracted enough. I think that the 15 will do, but he can't get very close to you.
And Larry will have this awkward moment where he finally goes, hey, you think we're almost ready for the final showstopper?
You said a trigger word. You said a trigger word, and that was showstopper. And she automatically says, welcome to Teddy Tazbears. We were in for quite the treat. 'Cause now we're done with dancing. It's time for us to eat. Get out your fork and knife, of course, and set your teeth to chew. But we ain't eating burgers, y'all. We'd rather feast on you. And unfortunately, she's going to try and bite you. That was really hard for me to sing. I was hoping another character would sing that chorus, because it was not supposed to be that high. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I've got to do something, haven't I? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this a dex save, and like this is basically to see if you can get the corpulent form out of the way, or you can just like go ghosty and like zoop out of this thing now.
I was hoping that Larry could at least, get information out of her, 2, get a surprise attack on her.
Yeah.
While he was in this body.
I'm sorry, I literally have a list of trigger words, and show is in it, and it's like, yeah, I'm really sorry. Like that impels them to sing. I'm sorry. Okay, that's a 19, and you successfully do whatever the hell that was.
I guess that's dodge.
Yeah, sure.
And
you ollie the fuck out.
Why the heck not? Let's have. Look, Teddy is going to take a big old bite out of Chica, or not Chica, Cheery.
Cheery. Yeah.
They hate being called the wrong name.
They do, but I don't think Larry said it out
they're
loud.
Terrible.
None of you found out what happens when you call them the wrong name, and I'm slightly disappointed. Basically, they go fucking apeshit. Which is why all the children in those photographs look terrified.
I'm so sorry we ruined your wonderful combat mod. I'm sorry.
What? No, you didn't at all. I still got to explode paint on you. It's fine.
Okay, that's true.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, Larry, you want to go ahead and do a thing? I'm gonna say, like, yeah, she was distracted, she's malfunctioning, she was singing. There.
I don't actually know what the role needs to be, because I don't know the stats for bite.
I'm supposed to be attacking you, right. I mean, like, no, I'm gonna say, like, your 19 was to get out of the way. You're attacking.
I am attacking.
Oh, you're using
Teddy's
it.
Body.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're not proficient with using your teeth, but I will give you the +4 advantage to hit.
Alright.
Oh dear.
Nope, that's a nat 1.
That's a nat 1. I will say this makes perfect sense, because Teddy is fucked up right now and shouldn't even be standing up. You go to bite, and it kind of it just kind of falls apart. You collapse it on this other animatronic, and the jaw drops off, literally falls off, and onto the floor, and just like you have now got a collection of pieces of animatronic. It was on its last legs, literally.
Fair enough. And Larry takes the moment of Cheery going all bananas and having her boss's corpse fall on her, maybe, and slips away.
Okay, I'm gonna say that she's suitably distracted that the engineer can at least get a hit in, and I mean, like, the lasso was really fun and it worked last time, so he's gonna try that again, in fact. So she's gonna make a strength check. A 16 does succeed. He tries. He does the lasso thing, but she is a lot healthier, and this lasso just, it just gets dispelled. The electricity is broken by her arms, and unfortunately, I think she's had enough time to recover now from the light bomb. So, let's call this initiative time. Unless we want to, like, cut back to the tent and just have a quick scene with, like, playing cards, but I also kind of want to wrap this up so we can get to the finale.
Yeah, I will say, I don't really have anything to add, because Charlie is very happily trying to keep these, like, the two kids occupied and busy, even no matter how much cheating at cards that involves. He will have probably noticed that, oh no, he doesn't need to keep the invisibility spell active anymore, and he is concerned about that, but he won't say anything.
Okay.
Snailian is just baffled why she's losing so much.
Oh.
Like, Charlie's doing really good, and Short's kid's doing really good, and like, I'm assuming eventually they start like cheating in her favor just because she's losing so much.
Yeah, Charlie
And
would.
she's not a bad sport. Let me be very clear. It is unusual how much of a good sport she is after repeated losses, but she's just confused, man.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Shorts kid just points out, hey look, a flying dog, and then slides some cards into Snailian's hand.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Charlie carefully dealing from the bottom of the deck just as much as the top, just to make sure that Celia can get a couple of, like, runs.
And I will mention again, it's interesting, she's absolutely never upset when she loses, even before they started doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird, actually. She's a really, really, really good sport with losing. She's just confused how they're so good at this game.
Oh.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Yes?
Let's just say, you know the Halloween candy you got at the party?
That's mine, and you know you're not getting any of it.
Oh, I never said you would give it to me. I imagine you would trade it to me to pay off your debts.
What debts? I was winning last I checked.
Shorts kid then sets down 5 pairs, or however many pairs you can make with a full hand.
like Charlie's just going to glare at you for a long time, and then he's going to say, you don't get all of the candy that he collected from the party, but he does pull a handful and just kind of toss it at Shorts kid. He's not being an absolute bad sport about it, but Shorts kid is gonna have to go like picking it up from where it's scattered.
Shorts kid does, and also gives half of it to Snailian.
Okay, that's cute.
That's okay. I'll just take one of the gummy ones. You can have. Hang on, Charlie. Do you want the rest of the ones that you gave since Shorts kid doesn't want them?
No, they're for you.
No, that's okay. I have my own candy from the party. Remember? I did the really scary thing, and Moose thought I was so funny that he gave me so much candy. Why was he mad at you, by the way? I just said, I'm your booty.
Well, you know how he is about puns that he doesn't get to make himself. It's nothing. Don't worry, kid.
No, because
why did he say something about it, like, being inappropriate? It was just a joke.
I don't know. You'll have to ask him. Charlie is not dealing with this himself.
It's specifically
Snailian's
for
like,
you.
okay, I'll ask him.
I wanted to share because you've been kind of off today.
Well, it's fine. Here, look at my cards.
It's not fine because you're sad.
Well, that doesn't mean it's okay. Everybody has to be sad sometimes.
Exactly, but you won't let yourself just be sad.
Well,
You have to act like, oh, I'm not sad. Or you have to be like, oh, I'm fine, but you're not fine, and I can tell, and I'm worried about you.
Kid, this Charlie, like, talking to Shorts kid here for a second, like, it's good to be worried about, like, your friends and all. It really is. but it comes down to there being a bit of a time and a place. And I gotta say, this place, he gestures to, the dome, the stuff that's still on fire, the absolute nonsense that they are surrounded by. And it's like, time and a place, this ain't it right now.
Apparently, we have 6 more hours in this dome.
Yeah, but I gotta say, it's not really the greatest place to go therapizing your friend now, is it?
No, but at the same time, when else are we gonna do it? You try to bring it up, and then everybody goes, I'm gonna do something else. And then later, everyone's like, you could really use some therapizing. And then you're like, well, we never get around to it. And then everyone's just traumatized for, like, months.
And on that note, in the distance we hear a sort of muffled clang, presumably because Larry's done something, because Larry's first in the initiative, and we need to wrap this game up, my dudes. Okay.
Yep, sorry.
It's good. I had to hop out, away from the keyboard actually for a second. Larry, you got the initiative. What you gonna do?
So, Larry, as I mentioned, as I mentioned, Larry is not super, it's a lot harder in this form for him to use weapons.
Mm-hmm.
He still can, though.
Mm-hmm.
And one advantage of it being dark is that he can just sort of assume where the shadow of his weapons are and grab onto that and manipulate them that way.
What? That's so cool. Oh my god.
And this is, I've spent time thinking about this, and I know it's all kind of weird, wibbly wobbly nonsense.
I don't care. I love it.
This is how I'm making it work.
I love it. Please do it.
And as the engineer, you'll probably be able to see the banjo kind of manifesting out of nowhere because, hammer space, it always manifests out of nowhere, but it's very weird when it isn't actually being pulled from, like, behind the body or something. It's just kind of there now.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is the brilliant flash of white light, and for an instant you can see sort of Larry's shadowy form just looming against the wall from the light cast backwards.
Wow.
And he gives Cheery a big ol' funk.
Good. Oh, I hope so. Bonk the chicken, bonk the chicken, bonk that chicken! Oh, 11 ain't gonna do it though.
But he can try again.
Take me to the ball game. Oh.
Oh, that's a nat one!
Gosh dang this dodgy chicken. Okay, you swing and you miss, and you swing and you miss, and I think we had some discussion in another game, in fact, that, when there's a lot of strong light, your shadow becomes much stronger. Even though you have the advantage of being submerged in these shadows, like, you're actually a lot weaker than usual because there's not much light to cast you. So I think that's why this happens. So unfortunately, this second one is such that I think you're actually, like, kind of a bit winded. You're surprised at the amount of effort that it took to attack Cheery, and because of this, even though you're a barbarian, I'm gonna have to ask you to make the con save at a disadvantage. But it is a con save.
Con save, yeah.
And the engineer is also gonna make that. 17 will do it. A 20, let's roll it again.
And...
An 18! Thank goodness. Okay, so this chicken, the head spins around twice and she screams, and I'm not gonna do that because I value my vocal cords. And it's just like this. It's not even a human scream. It's like a machine trying to make a loud noise, and it does. It is. This was a second level evocation of Thunderwave, and you both succeed. Hang on, if you succeed, you get pushed away. I'm not sure you do. Successful save the key. No, you don't, but you do take half as much damage. So that would have been a 3d8. And you take half of this. 13. Okay, so we both take 7 thunder damage. Okay?
Okay.
That's not too bad. Well, for us. So, yeah, we've both taken that as payment for our sins, and as a bonus action she is just going to make this horrible noise, and basically that's just really irritating. There's no status effect, it's just bad and nasty on the ears. You know that one bit in the Yellow Submarine where they're trying to sneak around and that clown thing starts screaming?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, so there's that going on, and it's the engineer's turn, and he really hates that. Oh my god, he does have sensitive hearing. He is part owl, so he's just gonna try and make her shut up as quickly as possible. Peck off! Oh my god, and out comes the flaming sword. That's going to miss. However, my god, why can't anybody hit this chicken? Roast chicken! There we go. Okay, so the first swing misses, but the second doesn't. And this is going to be imbued with my favourite booming blade. And that's... Whoo! Okay, yeah, that's pretty tasty. The good news about this chicken, even though she hadn't taken any damage really before this, is that she has the least hit points of the entire group. That's not meant to be sexist, I just realised it might be, but, like, they're all robots, gender is bleh, and also she's the magic user, so that's really why. That's the reason. So, yeah, even though that's, like, yeah, bonk, part of that
Casters are squishy regardless of
Casters
gender.
are squishy, and even if they're animatronics, they are squishy. So, there's a strange noise coming through on my audio. Does anybody know what that is?
Yeah, I think it's coming from Yuni.
Yuni?
What? No! Why?
It's okay. It's actually gone now, so you scared it away, whatever it was.
Okay, I guess.
It's alright. Okay, the ghost in Discord has been dispersed, and this chicken has taken a decent chunk of damage. Isn't quite bloody yet, but you know that, like, that was actually quite a wallop. And you now have the benefit of the flame from the engineer's sword, and a bit of a glow from him, because he's just like, oh, he just wants to get rid of this thing. So you have more light to cast yourself with, so hopefully things will go better next time. Which is now.
Yeah.
It's your go.
Okay, let's give this a shot.
Come on, Larry, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. I believe in you. Believe in me,
There
believe in
we
you.
go.
Yeah, that's a 22, that'll do.
That's a good
That's
honking
good.
smack.
Get it, get it, get it.
And
There you go.
8 plus 4,
Kabunk.
12 damage.
Nice.
With
Okay.
an extra
Mm-hmm.
d6 plus 3 for radiant damage.
Yeah, she's already bloody, so yeah, this is going well. Yep.
Yay.
Nice. Okay, she is looking wonky. Definitely wonky, for sure. And that was only your first attack.
Sure was.
In fact, she makes a sort of noise as this one comes down. 24. Yes, 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 do it.
Wonk wonk.
Bonk wonk. Okay, yep, she's woo! If she was toony enough to emit stars, she would be doing, but she isn't. So yeah, Cheery is sort of going and sort of giddily spinning around, and starts spinning around faster, and starts spinning around faster, and starts spinning around faster, and she is basically turned into a metal spinning top. We both need to make a dex save.
Advantage.
Uh-oh.
You get advantage too.
Do I? Oh, I do, because I'm
Yeah,
a barbarian.
Barbarians
I
get-
always
get
forget
dex
that.
advantage.
If they can see what's coming at them.
Yes, yes, we can.
I was
Oh,
destined.
incredible.
I was
The
destined.
dice know what they want.
I was definitely an 11 in my stars. Okay, you just about make it, but the engineer does not. The movement is too unpredictable and was unexpected, and he just gets smacked by this hand that is made of metal and unpleasant, hard things inside. So he is going to take 2d6 plus 2. 9 bludgeoning damage. I mean, like, it makes a pretty solid bonk sound, and he gets some stars, but he shakes them off pretty quickly, because barbarian. can we just finish this? And he's going to try and just finish this. So he is going to go at her with the sword again. That's not going to do it because she's doing really fast. She's spinning very fast. That'll do, though. That'll do. 23, chonk, and I think like that's enough that she actually stops spinning apart from her head. So she's nearly done. She is nearly done. You like, yeah, she's basically being held in place by this sword that is lodged in her side, and her head is still spinning around and screaming, which is just like, oh god, why? Call the exorcist.
You keep saying, like, she's almost done, and then we keep doing more damage. You're like, well, she's still almost done.
The thing is, the physical attacks, like, they have resistance, so it's always, like, it's half of that plus, like, the extra bit, so, seriously.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's all Larry's really got.
No, it's fine.
So...
Like, I'm hating myself for doing this because I'm a barbarian, I do the hitting things too, but here we go. Anyway, yeah, we're good. Nope. Oh, come on, you can do it, Larry.
Oh, that's 2 misses.
Oh man, I mean, did you already use your inspiration? You have the power of the horse.
No, I don't, because I'm not wearing the horse anymore.
I'll say that you have been imbued with the spirit of the horse for long enough.
Okay,
I'm trying to be nice.
I don't know how the horse would apply to this situation.
Well, you know, Larry, I've always thought this about you. You're a bit of a dark horse.
Oh my god.
Just take it, my dude, take it.
Oh my god, so what, does that give me advantage now?
Yeah, just roll again. Oh, I hope this works, I
Sure.
really do. The power of pun compels you. Yes!
There we go, dirty 20.
Yes!
If you ever look at me, I'll stomp you to death with my hooves.
The perfect line. The perfect line. How do you stomp her to death with your hooves? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yeah. 9. Nice.
Yeah, and with E plus 3 radiant. There we
7.
go.
From...
Okay.
Oh,
So
you
I will
just did
say,
it. Yeah, do it.
I will make it so that with, you know, this glowing sword embedded in her, the light is casting every which way, and shadows also cast across the ceiling, and Larry just takes advantage of the opportunity to just slip up there and drop on her and stomp her to death with his hooves.
Oh my god, that's amazing! I think Toon rules say that you can, like, temporarily turn into, like, you know, you've been this ugly-ass horse the whole time, but for Rule of Cool and Toon silhouette, you do briefly turn into the most magnificent silhouette of a braying stallion, and then you just go down, kabam! She explodes.
There is a horse in the restaurant.
Horse loose in the
Knows
restaurant.
what the horse is gonna do.
Least of all the horse.
From the safety of your distant hut, you hear perhaps the echo of the idea of a whinny and a smash, and you just know that it is done.
Oh, there's Larry. Snail, I'm not gonna push this with you, but I want you to know that you can talk to me, and I really would like it if you would talk to me. No expectations or anything like that. I just want you to know that my door is open. And it's a big door, and you're a small snail, so there's plenty of room for you to come in. I love you.
I know. Okay.
Don't worry about it. Do you want to go and see the way that Larry beat up the thing?
Yeah.
And Dad. Dad probably did it too, but...
I really do.
Shorts kid gives Snail a little forehead kiss.
Y'all come back over to see the carnage.
Yeah, I think, Charlie will pack up the cards, and the moment that he steps out of the dome, the spell fades. So, yeah, he's keeping these two close, in case he needs to do that again in a hurry. But, yeah, they'll be coming out.
You come and see this.
Quick question. Does anyone think to bring Larry's clothes?
Oh, that's a good
Shorts
question.
Kid does.
Yay. I think as you come towards the diner, the engineer has located the light switch and is turning it on. So you come into this still sort of spinning, steaming, sparking wreckage, and you have a victorious dad and older brother.
Larry, I got your clothes.
Thanks.
Larry, we gotta talk.
Yeah, I
Larry,
guess.
I love you, and you don't have to worry about me judging you just because you're not wearing your mask and you decided to reveal it all at once. And I love you so much, so don't think that you have to hide from me. But also, it's okay if you don't want to. If you don't want to be like this all the time, because I know net presentation is really important, and I love you so much.
This is how you can tell me and Snailian are related.
Mm-hmm. Kid, can you just sort of put my clothes down on the floor and I'll,
Okay, hold on a sec. I gotta.
Oh, I
Shorts Kid just.
do so love a happy ending. And you see the spinning eyeball, the still spinning eyeball of Teddy Tazbear has rolled to a stop and rolled back and forth. And you can hear this voice and this crazy laugh. And I'm going to save my voice by not doing it just yet. But a projection comes out of the top of it, like this cone-shaped piece of light. And for a moment it sparks and glitches, and you can't really tell what it is apart from this lurid pink and turquoise. And the other colours it's really hard to say, and it's very glitchy. And what appears is different for all of you. Larry, what you see is this. But Charlie, what you see is this. And Shorts Kid, what you see is this. And Snailian, what you see is this. And this is what the engineer sees.
Oh, hey, look, it's a little Lego man.
What are you talking about? He's about 10 foot tall.
No, look, he's a little Lego man.
And we don't use branded
So
words
that
here,
would
it's
work out
Gallop.
for me.
Meanwhile, Larry's just shooping back into his clothes and being like, alright.
Maud?
Hmm?
Can Snailian cast Compel Duel? I highly doubt that it's gonna be effective, but she's sure gonna try.
You can cast it. This is a projection. It's literally a projected image. It's like a hologram in midair, and this person just like, well, hello, kiddies and elderlings. Oh, how exciting to think that I get to meet all you wonderful celebrities. I'd love to shake hands, but alas, I'm a little intangible right now.
Oh, that's why the spell didn't work. You're an asshole.
Oh, got a mouth on her. I like this one. Oh, I like you. You're fun. I can do that too. And his face for you, it turns into a CGI and Jack in the Box, like a huge one, and it's like zigzagging back and forth into your face.
Oh.
Weren't expecting that. Mind you, I don't really know what you're seeing, so I don't know. I don't spoil it for myself. Oh, do tell me.
Why don't you know what we're seeing? I'm so dumb. I don't understand anything.
Can Charlie go over and pick up the eyeball that's casting this projection?
Well, hey, whoa, steady, careful with the goods there, honey. you go on. This is a new one. Oh, you're cute. Are you? You're Charlie. Oh, I love fuzzy kittens. Oh, give me a goochie goo. And the projection is trying to like scratch under your chin.
Someone please grab Charlie's arm because he's winding up to lob this as far as he can.
I think the engineer
Yellow,
would
We
try.
might need him. We want to know
Yellow,
what's up.
whatever the hell he is.
If you'll permit, the engineer will put a steadying hand on your arm before you yeet.
Yeah, okay, that will stop him. Charlie, the moment someone goes to stop him, he will stop, but he is not happy right now.
Neither is the
Can I
engineer.
ask
Yeah, go.
do you have any actual thing you want to say to us, or are you just gonna sit there and make jokes that aren't funny?
Maybe
Yeah,
that.
they're not funny.
Depends on how I'm feeling. And the engineer just says, name now. And there's a sort of, oh my, how like a director, you're always so direct, straight to the point. And you suddenly are a pointy little chap, aren't you? And patronising intangible pats on the engineer's head.
Keep in mind, if you don't say your name, we get to give you a real stupid one.
Oh, I'd like that though. Oh, now I'm just tempted not to tell you. And this person sits cross-legged in mid-air with the sort of sulky look, but he says, well, why not? I've waited this long to make my
the
debut.
Yellow man sitting crisscross applesauce.
I like sitting this way too. We have so much in common. And the strange, you can't really tell whether your little brick person is a Hausen or a CGI, but it turns into a sort of more loosey-goosey, noodly type of 2D animation looking person this time.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
You broke your model.
you wanted me to introduce myself and you keep cutting it. Oh, you're such a charmer. And he actually says that with some malice. But he does sit back and says, my name is the Jester. I mean, I guess you could have guessed that. I mean, look at me. And he smilingly takes a bow. And as he does so, his appearance flickers. And for each of you, it shifts. Charlie, you now see a real kind man with ragged, greasy hair under the same Jester's cap. And Shorts Kid, you see a lanky Warner kind toon like I described. And so on and so forth. And these versions are now continuously blending and glitching and swapping. He variously appears as a real kind or a Hausen or even like a static 2D image with a speech bubble to speak.
Okay, and...
Well, okay. Of course, this is our first meeting. You wouldn't know who I am really, but I know all of you through all my dear friends. Dear darling drama queen Dora, outstandingly oblivious Odie, and of course, all my little pinstripe-suited pals who had such fun running amok on your sweet little train. How is Willow, by the way? Still burning up nightmares like a good girl? Hasn't, exploded like your other little late locomotive? The engineer looks like he is about to attempt to tear out the Jester's intangible throat with his teeth.
Yeah, again, I don't care. What do you want?
You!
Because we've defeated you every time you've tried.
I know! I just can't help rooting for you, even though I really do hope you just die. I just think that would be marvellous. But then you're just so adorable. And he's making as if he is, like, pinching your cheek.
What sort of long game you playing?
Long game? Playing me? No! And he turns into a geisha girl with a fan and just hides behind it, sort of giggling coyly.
Yeah, no, not buying it.
Can you just tell us what's up? Because, like, if you don't, I'm gonna put this eyeball in my mouth and wait until you're ready.
Well, nothing's up, apart from me. What's up? Talking to me? Well, anyway.
Alright, Charlie, hand over the eyeball.
No, he's as hilarious as be right now. No, he's gonna hold this well above your head.
Well, you have to ask me
Thank
something
you, my
more
tiny
specific. And he's looking like, come on, give me something to work with here, darling.
Oh, you want something specific? What is wrong with you? Like, do you have a clinical diagnosis, or are you just a butthead?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Let me see. And he stands on his head to think about it, by which I mean his head is on the bottom and his feet are standing on top of the head, and he's thinking, I haven't had any professional diagnosis that has survived very long, so I suppose it's up for debate.
So if we remove your head and stick it up your butt all the way through your throat and kill you, that'll fix it, right?
Ooh, that sounds fun. Let's try that.
Well, that's boring. What do you want?
I
No,
feel like, I
conversation.
mean, putting it out there, we've asked that question like 5 times and he hasn't answered it.
That's because I don't want to. And he turns into a child with curly hair and a lollipop, so does I don't want to.
I think he's buying time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I feel like I'm done here. Unless there's something else that we need, I'm gonna leave, so...
Yeah, let's go home. Leave the eyeball here. I don't care what he thinks.
Oh, you're oh so boring. And the child sits on the floor and sort of bursts into mock 2D tears. And Train Dad is just like, what the hell is this thing? Yeah, I mean, like, he's also running through his head, like, what's going on here? Because he had made the assumption that whoever Dora was working with was real kind. But again, like, this person seems to be every kind. And so presumably Dora thought this person was real kind, and now that he thinks back, the people who worked with Odie, none of them could agree on the person who inspired them to do what they did. They couldn't agree what they looked like. They all saw something different. So the engineer is actually going to, stand there and tilt his head to the side. Why? What are you doing? Me? I'm not doing anything. I'm just a passive observer. All this stuff that's happening. I'm not the one doing it. It's all the other people. I'm just sort of winding them up to let them go. And he pulls out a very familiar-looking fire engine with a wind-up clockwork key in it, and winds it up while he's thinking about this whole situation. He's turned back into these... He seems to have a taste for the default Warner kind 2D Jester appearance.
Oh, he's bored.
See, she gets it. Or they get it. Or he gets it. Or it gets it. Which do you prefer? I'll make sure to use the other one.
Every single one, so
Cat.
unless you don't refer to me at all, you're screwed.
Oh, well, win some, lose some.
And he throws this little fire engine over his shoulder, and it falls out of this projected cone, so you don't see where it goes, but you hear a little boom and a splat, and someone going, "Ah, boss!" in the background.
So you're the guy with the donkeys, right?
Yes! Oh, I like you. You're fun. Why so serious, though? Look at your face. I mean, oh, what a fit. I mean, I've seen some really nice masks. I have quite a collection. I could share some with you, give you a facelift. And he puts a finger, an intangible finger, underneath the chin of your mask and makes as if to lift it up because, ooh, wouldn't he love to see what's under there?
Yeah, his mask is perfect the way he is, so, let's see. Donkeys, hey, where were you hiding them? How do we fix it? Because we're gonna fix it, fucker.
That's no fun, I can just tell you. Anyway, the whole donkey gig, well, it was purely to rile up real kind, Toonkind friction. There's plenty of that. And he rubs his hands together, and then all of his hair goes poof and stands out on end like static electricity.
Tell you what, mate. You look like you're someone who's up for a little bit of fun. I say Charlie is times this began. And it's a very forced-looking smile.
Mhm.
All right, you seem like the sort of person who's up for a bit of fun. Let's say you and us play a bit of a game.
Oh, I do like games. Oh, hang on, the police are coming for me. No, they've gone past. Right. They heard what I said in the last episode. Okay, go on. And he's fluttering his now excessively long eyelashes. He has a very unstable design. It changes constantly.
How about a bit of hide and seek? You're already hiding, so we're gonna come looking.
Oh, but I've been playing that game for so long. This is my debut. I've just come to say hello.
You have anything else to say, bitch?
Engineer. And he looks very reproachful at the engineer, who says, language is allowed to be used. An expansive vocabulary is a sign of intelligence.
Yeah, it is, fucker.
Charlie's been teaching these kids so well.
The jester pulls his ears off and puts them in a wash basin that has appeared and scrubs them before sticking them back on.
Shorts Kid says, "Look, I don't think you're gonna give us any, valuable information willingly. So, since this is your brand new, you're just showing up so you want to establish yourself. You seem like someone who likes to have a laugh, even if he's not very funny. So, if I tell you a joke, will you tell us something?"
Ooh, I like that. Go on, do it. Write that down, Benji.
And he says Benji over his shoulder, for someone to take notes, and you see Benji Bunny, who part of him comes into this projection and starts obediently writing down notes. And these animatronics were made en masse.
Okay, so, knock knock.
Who's there?
Sucks.
Sucks who?
You sucks.
Oh, that's
Not
such
a good joke.
stinker.
Boo! And you actually get a lit up neon sign with the letters B-O-O with a capital exclamation mark at the end. You don't know how it's a capital, but you just know it is. You get a sort of...
Why don't you tell a better one then?
Okay, here's my joke. It's you!
And
I didn't
he thinks
actually
that's
hear
hilarious.
that,
It's
and it wasn't a good joke.
It's you. You're the. Oh,
forget it. This is a material that is lost on you. Fine, I can see I'm going to have to do all this myself. And he lies back on a chaise longue that's just appeared. So
I'm an 8, almost 9-year-old. I am the master of what is humorous.
oh, I severely doubt that. And for the first time, he looks a bit menacing.
Do you want
What
to have
kind
a
of
joke
comedian
off
can't
then?
connect with kids these days, huh?
Oh, I can connect with them really hard. You should see my fisticuffs. I've been working on it. And he suddenly has a pair of boxing gloves on.
Defaulting to violence in his jokes. He's a hack.
I never
mean,
said
we
I
have been
wasn't.
threatening him from from the word go, so you can't blame him entirely.
Oh,
You
but I can! I can do anything I want to.
Fair.
Shouldn't, perhaps, but I can.
What do you call
It's
a
a
clown
choice.
who isn't funny?
What? What'd you call it?
The Jester.
Hey, this kid is good. I like you. And he is actually genuinely that was funny. You got him. That was really funny.
Okay. Deal's a deal. I'll tell you something because apparently you're just getting nowhere by yourselves. So the donkeys. It's tedious, but this miserable little world seems to have discovered what capitalism is. And you know how expensive my happily hedonistic little lifestyle is, especially since I have to look after all these wonderful little idiots in the Yakuza. Oh, I do love them, but my goodness, they do eat up the money. And, he turns his pockets inside out, and there is confetti, but no money. So just imagine you need to make money, and imagine you have real kind who like things that are efficient. But just imagine you have a donkey that can understand every word you say and follow it out for years years on end. Or a hen that will lay eggs forever. Or a cow that will produce milk that turns itself into cheese if you tell it a bad enough joke. And all you have to do, to keep it alive forever is give it hope. Read it a bedtime story now and again, or show it a picture of its long-lost family.
And he pulls out, a long set of family photographs from a wallet. They're all of him. Just, photographs of himself with himself at the beach and, at college, graduating. And he folds it back up and he says,
A Toonkind can live far, far longer.
These boring little real kind people.
And never age a day, given the right incentive, of course. So, the prices I sell them at are a little bit higher than usual, but All that money is a wise investment so far as these economical people are concerned.
So you're just doing this to make money then?
Yes, in short, but also, do you really want to know why? And he crooks a finger to make you come closer.
That is what we've been asking, yes.
I just felt like it. And yeah, he's just rocking back, laughing. He's cross-legged, but he's like spinning over and over, top over head.
Alright.
I really don't like you.
Can I eat that eyeball now?
I'm tempted to say yes.
Charlie's gonna stick the eyeball in his pocket. He plans on keeping that. He has friends that might be helpful with that.
I'm not sure you should do that. Tick, tick, tick.
Out of the pocket,
tick,
and
tick.
he's eating it. No, it's not.
You're never gonna let me eat anything wrong, darn you.
Language, Shorts Kid.
I just said you're never gonna let me eat anything wrong.
As
But
this
the second part.
as this eyeball has been yeeted, ticking, you realise it was just him saying tick, 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 tick to get it out of his pocket. And it rolls to a stop again, and he says, "Oh, I nearly had you then." Jumpy little fellow, aren't you?
Can you blame me?
Quick question. Is there anything else you want to tell us before you fuck off?
It depends. You're rude. You people are rude. I hope this is past the watershed. But you know, I just thought I'd pop in to say hi.
Okay, hi, my name is Snailian. You're a dumbass, and we're gonna beat your ass.
You're sure there's nothing else you want to ask me? And he's sitting with his cheeks sort of squished by his hands. He's now real kind, and this is like kind of like he's been cartoonishly appealing, and now it's kind of weird because it's just like this 40-year-old dude.
All
Alright, yeah, where are you?
Oh, that's a good question.
I actually couldn't hear because there was background laughter, which is unnervingly appropriate. But what was the question?
Sorry.
That was hilarious.
Where are you? Yeah, Charlie's just asked, like, yeah, it's the whole, like, oh, you sure it's not... Yeah, sure, where are you?
Me? Oh, well, that's a bit of a philosophical question. And he suddenly has a sort of professorial aspect with glasses and a chalkboard with complicated-looking diagrams on it, but also a hangman game. And the hangman is the engineer in the picture.
Yeah, I thought so.
Mhm.
Hey, can Snailian roll, I guess, investigation to try and understand the diagram while completely ignoring what he's saying?
Absolutely, I'm really glad that somebody did. Okay, go ahead. And also, like, if anybody else wants to, or even, like, roll insight.
I'm so sad, because I used up my inspiration point, and I only have a +1, but at least I planted the idea.
Hey,
Or-
that's a good
Excellent.
roll.
You know
Or
what?
Lalu loves me!
You know, I just realized I haven't actually used my point of inspiration so far this game.
Have you not?
Can
Oh,
I
goodness.
do-
Yeah,
Can I use that on insight, please?
sure, absolutely.
Ooh!
Okay. Unfortunately, Larry, this is a bit past you. I'm also going to make one for the engineer for insight. 24. That was a
Ah,
nat
20.
20. The engineer has this guy's number.
I have to
And just to be
actually...
clear, mine
Mhm.
was not insight, it was specifically investigation on
Yeah.
the diagram.
Oh, I
She's
understand.
completely ignoring him.
I understand, and that's actually quite important and good. So in this, Shorts Kid and Larry are kind of like, you're probably too pissed off at this guy to really get any
Oh,
traction.
Shorts Kid isn't pissed.
Hmm?
Shorts Kid yawns and you see all of their teeth.
That's adorable. That's really adorable. So yeah, he is basically I'm gonna do like a little bit of monologue and then summarize that plus the board plus your good rolls. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you see, that's the genius of it, and I am a genius, you know. And he pulls out a certificate saying as much from his suit jacket. You know, it just says genius with like gold trim. Throws it over his shoulder. Just think about it for a moment. When was the last time you came across a villain with a really good motive? One with a reason that wasn't just shallow, or could easily have been avoided, or was illogical.
Like
Just
capitalism?
yes! I really like this child. I'm probably going to kill you, but I do still like you. I'll kill you last, alright? But, you know, a motive that wasn't just plain silly. Can't think of you. Can't think of one, can you? Well, no, me neither. He taps the side of his head.
Sort of did that.
Sorry, I spoke over you. What did you say?
Larry sort of murmurs something, but it's not very clear.
Sorry, sweetie, what did you say? And his face has turned into a megaphone.
Larry, I
none of,
he wants you
none
to
of your
reveal-
business.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Okay, well, next
Yeah,
time
you're
say
gonna
it
have
with
to say the
more
same.
gumption. If you're going to interrupt the lecture, at least do it with style, darling. And he suddenly is all glittery and has beautifully painted nails. Anyway, as I was saying,
Larry dramatically strums his banjo and goes, "None of your business."
that's what I'm talking about. Much better, young man. And you get an A+ that appears on the board that he writes down with chalk. Anyway, as I was saying, back to the lecture. Good motives for acts of villainy, and he's writing all this out, are terrifically bad to come by. They're terrifically difficult to find. But everyone, absolutely everyone, including all of you, I'm sure, has bad motives. Weak ones, pathetic ones, absolutely ridiculous ones. Normally, of course, everyone is far too boringly sensible to act on them. But when someone comes along that can encourage people, you know, inspire them to follow those wonderful little bloodthirsty fantasies, well, imagine the possibilities. And now we understand what Snail understands. And the board, what Snail understands, sorry, not Snail. Snail, you're still a disembodied corporeal thought. I lost my train of thought. Shit. Anyway, the board is covered in what appears to be just garbage to anyone who doesn't have a PhD. And actually, it does make sense. And it's all about psychology and conversion of energy and motivation. You know, unstoppable force meets immovable object, but the immovable object has somehow been negated. And this, with the insight, especially with the engineer's natural 20, you see the engineer's like ears kind of falter a bit because he understands that this, my friends, is the true horror of the Jester's abilities. For while the world is in short supply of evil with a valid motivation, even as you stand before him, you each remember some moment in time when you yourself, perhaps with the exception of Sailing because you're pure and beautiful and I love you, when you yourself or someone you knew and loved had a less than kind thought, a desire to do something destructive or shocking or just plain crazy, and the Jester has no motive other than activity for the sake of activity, chaos for the sake of chaos. That's part of what all the theories on this board are to do with chaos theory. But in this apparent weakness lies his extraordinary strength, because he himself is and can connect with that eternal tiny germ of chaos that resides within each and every person's mind. He is that which connects all people, real kind and Toonkind alike. He is imagination and compulsion and motion, but without the application of reason or empathy. He does not have a motive, but that is because he is himself. Motivation, he is, in a word, animation.
That's real nice and all. And Shorts Kid yawns again and says that you're all chaotic and stuff, and you want everybody to be chaotic and bad and crud and do crazy crud, but like, not all chaos is bad. Sometimes I want to do wild and weird shit just
like
to
light
be
a
nice.
dress thrown on fire.
No, just to be like nice or something. Like, you're like, oh, people do bad because it's like all in their character and it's a random thing. But I could, because it's a random thing.
Yes, well, this is all tremendously boring. But, you people are all happy going along being protagonists in your own lives. But me, I'm just so much more.
Boring to do bad things because you want to.
I'm just so much more altruistic, though. You don't understand. I'm a supporting character, an NPC, a handy, helpful facilitator of fun. I don't make other people do my bidding. No. What do I look like? Some puppeteer, a tyrant, a director? And he gives a good eyebrow wiggle at the engineer for that one. No. You see, all I do is encourage people to do what they want to do. Dora, Odie, my greedy, violent little pinstriped pals. They all wanted to do what they did. I just encouraged them and, well, provided the means if they needed it. If you don't like it.
It just means we're gonna have to encourage people to do good things.
Yeah, God, you are nauseating.
Well, you keep saying unstoppable force or whatever. I made them do what they wanted to do. But a lot of people, when you give them the opportunity, want to do good things.
I know, isn't it deviously dark? And he sticks his tongue out. But, if you don't...
We're just not going to agree. Which is fine.
Of course we're not going to agree. That's not the point. I like collisions.
Haven't you seen your father's wonderful little movie smashing things into each other and exploding? I love the ones when everybody dies. Big fan, by the way. And he offers an intangible autograph book for the engineer to sign, who just sneers at it, just like, oh my god, wow, ew.
You like collisions? I do too. But a collision isn't always destructive. And Shorts Kid walks over to Larry and hugs him.
Blech. Ooh, I hope that's not contagious.
I hope it is, because then maybe he'll stop being a jerk.
Get it off me. And he's just like pretending to whop it.
Everybody, hang on a second. I just finished reading your board without any of your help. What were you saying? I wasn't paying attention to you.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. Clearly, I'm just far above all this. Anyway, the point is, if you don't like what I'm doing, well then, somebody stop me. Hey, what?
Before you go running off, do gotta ask. Don't suppose you're hiring, are you?
Excuse me, I'm already being interrupted. And he holds up a very impatient finger because he is being interrupted. And you see that this is very much a live broadcast now because you see a part of a henchman, a completely ordinary looking, fairly plump looking Warner-kind human in his pinstripe suit and bowler hat is leaned into view. So like you can see his head and shoulders and the hand which is covering his mouth, which is whispering into the Jester's ear. But the rest of him is cut off where the projection ends and he says, What? What do you mean you can't find the list? Well, check again, numbskull.
Snail, you're the one that had the list.
Oh, did you mean... Well, Snailian is actually going to stop, because here's the thing. As long as the list is in their hammer space, somebody's gonna have to work really, really hard to get it out of their hammer space. Because we've established, unlike when you're, like, carrying a bag, you have to roll really, really good to get into somebody's hammer space. It's not easy. So they're just like, do you possibly mean the list that was in the drawer of, oh, what was it called? It was in the town with no name. What were those guys that we were just fighting? Somebody else has to remember their name, right? Which was the main one? He was so forgettable.
Oh, it was something like, no. Fred? No. Teddy, that was it.
Oh, was that in a drawer of Teddy Tazbear's what was it, studio? No, I'm thinking of Dodo Bird's studio. Was it a pizzeria? It was something food. Oh, the place that we are right now, where you're trying to insult us and degrade us and try to tell us to stop you, but then not offer anything. Was it there? Because you're gonna have to come and get it, fucker.
For the first time you see a true show of temper. And his face has just gone completely straight. But cartoonish though it is, there is something absolutely terrible about the seething anger that momentarily manifests with steam blowing out of the Jester's ears with a, complete with a factory whistle sound effect. But it levels out, and his deadpan expression of mild irritation accompanies him pulling out a pistol off his suit jacket, which is only temporarily alarming, as it reveals itself to be a pink plastic water gun, very much like Shorts Kids, and he fires it off in the direction of the now unseen henchman. There's a splashing sound, and laughter off stage. Good one, boss. Yeah, for a moment there I thought you was gonna... And Shorts Kid, Snailian, you don't hear anything after this because the engineer has thrown his insulating feathery arms and paws around and over your ears just in time to prevent you from both hearing a spine-rippingly terrible scream, a scream of equal parts horror, pain, and surprise, only slightly intermingled with a soft hissing sound, and then a bubbling, and then a dreadful, dreadful silence. You monster. The Jester sniffs disdainfully, and he returns the dip-loaded pistol from whence it came, playing a mournful tune on a kazoo with his free hand. Well, congratulations. Thanks to my bungling, second-rate, half-witted, and now liquidated henchman, you appear to have acquired a little itsy-bitsy reward for all your results. Well, he claps his hands together with a surprisingly genuine-looking grin, all traces of malice gone. Consider it a present from me to you for providing me with such entertainment.
Dad,
You're
are
welcome.
we allowed to hear now?
The engineer very slowly releases your heads.
Okay. Didn't hear anything that you just said, buddy. Can you rewind?
Oh, of course.
Nothing important.
Well, my congratulations. Thanks to my bungling second rate. You know what? This is boring. Anyway, I'm certain that you'll be providing me and all my wonderful friends with much more entertainment to come. They'll certainly need it, really. There's one chap you're bound to meet sooner or later who's just so unendingly miserable. He really could do with a laugh. I'll have to remember to suggest that he pays you a visit. But I've kept you long enough with my tedious monologuing. Have a lovely evening. Oh, and one last thing, engineer. I really am a huge fan of your movies. I do love the ones with the great big explosions at the end. Ta-ta! And as
I knew
this...
he was buying time.
Yeah, as the projection...
Charlie, throw the eye.
Yeah, as the projection jarringly vanishes and the eye bounces away harmlessly, you hear ticking from the bodies of the animatronics at your feet. Okay, everybody out!
Have a good weekend. Goes for the door.
They're out of it.
Yeah, everybody, I think, roll athletics. Snailian, I just think the engineer would just grab you and carry you.
Stanley's like, I never have to do anything during chase sequences because I either have Gregory or I have the rest of my family, but sometimes I do want to run.
Well, trust me on this. I'll give you an opportunity later. Just remember one thing, everybody. Cool kids don't look at explosions. And you all leap away from this explosion. You all have all rolled high enough. Shorts kid, you hadn't rolled at all.
Oh, not yet. Sorry.
Yeah, you should do that.
I was waiting for the thing, and I was in a different chat than the game zone, so I was like, I wonder when we're gonna roll.
A 10 to 10. We're nearly at the end. Come on, this is a finale.
I'm trying to see. Which one is it?
Athletics, my dude.
But I don't do good on athletics.
It's all right. You have a failsafe if you don't do well.
Don't forget, you have advantage because ninja.
Oh yeah, that's an excellent failsafe as well. Good. You have 2.
I wanted, like, can I use acrobatics? Because I have a
Yeah,
+6 to
sure, go on. But I'll also, like, yeah, just go on. Come on, we're making this the end of the movie. I'll do it again. Come on, if you do this, it'll be great. If not, I do have a failsafe. 9
Oh my
days.
god.
Okay, so everybody is booking it, and for a very the tiniest fragment of time, it looks like Shorts Kid is tripping as going to be doomed to the explosion. But the engineer can move at a ludicrous speed. If you've listened to Reunion, you know this perfectly well. So a streak of golden light zips backwards and grabs you and zips forwards, and we have the perfect freeze frame with the explosion of Teddy Tazpairs being exploderated into a billion pieces, and you have escaped the explosion and the Jester's introduction, and that's basically where we're gonna end it, unless you actually want like a post-scene thing, but I think this is good, right? Oh, I have to give you all rewards in the summary.
Larry just like went silent, like pretty much since the Jester appeared, so he's just like, so that was a lot.
Aye, that certainly was.
Larry, do you need a hug? I could give you a hug. And they're like holding out their nubbins, like, let me give you a hug, Larry.
Sure, thanks. He holds out his hand so that they can hug his hand.
Absolutely everybody hugs him. Surely.
I think I have a really good idea.
Go on.
Uh-oh.
There's always trouble.
Someone's got to.
Don't this one's genuinely a good idea. It's not like that time with the peanut butter and the gummy worms.
The what?
Don't worry about it. Nobody died.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Go on.
If the Jester has decided that people want to do bad things, so he's going to enable them, why don't we decide that people want to do good things and enable them?
And I am going to allow that to be the last thing that's said while you're having an adorable hug, while the engineer has an idea.
Actually, I will. I'm gonna say, I love the idea of doing an adorable hug. I love that everyone's being so supportive. Charlie has been hanging behind. He did not join in the hug.
Oh,
he
no,
is
Charlie,
very
why?
quiet and very deep in thought.
Charlie!
He's got other things on his mind right now.
Charlie? Wait, where's Charlie?
You guys yeah, he's still there. He is still near enough, but he's not joining in the whole family hug and that sort of shenanigans.
Do I have to break out the lasso?
Charlie, get your ass over here.
You don't want to disappoint the children. Come on.
Okay. One moment. I gotta roll a thing.
Why did you ask if he was hiring?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Charlie joins in the hug. None of you notice anything wrong. He just kind of he smiles and he joins in. Everything's fine.
I don't like that. That's no. I'm sad about Charlie. But also, I mean, I guess internally, the engineer just listening to what you just said, Shorts Kid, because that's exactly what he's been trying to do with his movies his whole life, and he's starting to understand maybe why the Jester has been taking such an avid interest in getting rid of him. Anyway, you investigated properly and got the list. I'm so relieved you got the list, because you have enough information to get the rest of the donkeys and animals back home. Hey! Because you had all the names and the places, and work is ongoing to get these animals unpolymorphed. But with the help of Don Vrake and the DNA machine, it does look like it's only a matter of time before a cure is found. The real kind people who bought them are extremely angry, however, as they paid for them fully, and the fact that it was a complete abuse of Toonkind people seems to be, surprisingly, something of a non-issue to them, and quite a lot of others from the real kind continents. But, as with the Yakuza's usual habits, they have disappeared once again, and these people have no hope of reclaiming their money, and there is no sympathy from within Inkwell. They're outside of Inkwellian jurisdiction though, so their financial loss is deemed the just and only punishment, if not a wholly satisfactory one, by the families of the transformed Toons. You each receive 50 gold as a reward. Thank you for playing my sinister and spooky Halloween game!
Yay!
Hooray!
Yay!
Okay.
Shorts Kid is gonna invest that in enabling other adventurers to do nice things.
Cool. All of mine is going towards Christmas presents, so yet again the engineer has 0 gold. But anyway, it's fine. Christmas is important. I mean, Animus. Animus is actually the winter festival for Toonkind, and there may be a game to do with that in the future. Yay!
With that being
What's
said,
this?
I've needed to go to the bathroom for like 15 minutes.
I'm so
gonna
sorry.
Go.
Go!
Go use the restroom.
This is the end of the game, so like goodbye.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you.
Everyone say
Bye.
goodbye.
Thank you for doing the game. You did such a good job as a DM. Thank you for. We have a tendency to crosstalk and interrupt, and I in particular have a tendency to occasionally interject. And I applaud you for being so flexible and patient.
It's really
So
hard.
Thank you so much.
It's really hard when we're playing an audio game with no visual clues. Like, if we were sat around a table, it would be totally different. But, like, yeah, I think it's amazing how little we managed to talk over each other, and you're all great. You were incredibly creative and inventive. This fight went incredibly well. It could have gone so badly, like, I can't even. Anyway, I was like, have I made this too hard? But no, you just completely steamrolled these people, which is good.
Larry, only one that got hurt, other than like a little bit of tinnitus. Frankly, that was astounding. I've got to say.
I am amazed. I just astounded. Anyway, I'm going to stop recording now, so please, everybody say goodbye.